and just hope for the best. Okay, with that, we're gonna go for the trailer. Let's go. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Curse About a Mystery. Tonight we're playing the module Curse Strahd, but Change Transformed, and we're playing in the system and the setting of Frostmark RPG, everything created by moi. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, heavy topics, gothic horror, and perhaps some gore. We shall see. But with me I have a wonderful cast of players. I got Lady here, half of Megan's played by Julie. Hello, welcome.
Match side, let's go.
A mighty artisan warlock played by Cookie, the hag's daughter. Hello.
Hello, matricide, matricide, matricide.
Next to the study our tiefling bard played by Adriano.
Wait, why is my book vibrating?
And we usually have Master Areas at the Woman Wizard played by Bowie, but there has been a family emergency, so we hope everything is going to be alright, and we sadly won't have Bowie with us tonight, but that's okay, I will be taking over. What happened last time, gang?
Julie, you want to take this one, or you want it to pass?
Can I be very selfish and say that I want to secretly munch while somebody else does it?
Okay. I'll take care of it. That's fair enough. I'll take care of it. I'm gonna condense it down. Do you want me to read it? No, it's too
Yeah, you
long
don't
for
need to
verbatim.
read it verbatim,
Okay.
no.
Okay. So essentially, it's Vallaki 2.0. We entered Vallaki, of which there are no walls surrounding it, no sort of shenanigans needed to convince people that we be all Gucci to come inside Vallaki proper. But with that, there are some strange, well, maybe expected, not strange, some alterations to Vallaki in light of new management, and the new manager is all EA Strahd. So obviously we have our once existing church of the Morning Lord, now in ruins, and we have this posters of a quota in replacement of All Is Well in Vallaki, and everyone seems to be a little bit more subdued, less people on the streets, but there are some like monstrosities, some aberrations of such that are also free to fly around for some reason. It's all cool. And as the party makes their way downtown, they encounter a couple of figures. Ultimately, just the book owner, the bookstore owner, and there's like a casual nod, like, you know, what's up, guy? And we all make our way to the Blue Water Inn, where our friends were expected to be. The old Blue Ravens guys, and everything's kind of weird. But then before we can enter the Blue Water Inn, the door slams open, and there is our lovely Asphodar in her shining glory, who's like, you know, telling the party shit's been fucked up, and things are a bit weird here, and that she's all about evacuating any survivors away from Vallaki, because there is this new thing called a quota. A blood quota of such, in which if you don't do your part in bringing I guess, posterity to Vallaki, you make up for the difference with your blood, with your life juices. And some people that can't do that are slowly being drained, and it is this spiraling circle because you take some blood, you don't have your energy, you can't put your effort in, so you can't make the quota, so you get drained a bit more. So it's all this terrible system. If you ask me, clearly the person who thought of this did not think of diminishing returns. Nevertheless, we are outie. Basically, and as we are trying to stock up for our journey eastward to murder our lovely Hamartia's mother, and for Nyx to get that sweet vengeance, we intended to go to a blacksmith, but lo and behold, around the corner is Lady Vakta's granny, Gam Gam, in all her slutty glory, with her dress and cleavage and whatnot, with her entourage of other vamps that we all met in the castle at ball time. And she's all sorts of nosy, like the Karen she is. And we don't tell her much, luckily. And Irius hides away, and Hamartia is all like old dude Hamartia. And it's kind of a, I guess, passive-aggressive back and forth. And finishing with an invite to Illyria to visit this new inn where everyone can go to, which I believe is called the Shadows Respite.
Yes.
Yeah. And Illyria's like, smell you later, deuces, and they leave for our shopping spree, but not before Nyx's little book starts to give him the old vibrato, which is weird. And that's where we left it off.
Don't you hate it when your book starts vibrating all of a sudden?
I know, right? I excuse me, I ordered the non-vibrating book, thanks.
Thank you. That was a really good condensing to the important details for the stream. Okay, let's get back into it, shall we?
Do it.
Do it. Blow it.
No, I have a bunch of people in hoods.
Thimdol's Armaments is a bustling cradle of activity. Halbers are everywhere, hurrying in or out of the rain or simply within the blacksmith's shop, carrying resources and products to wherever they need to go. They are all dispassionate in their industry and only communicate through quick mutterings to each other. In stark contrast, the owner of the shop, curiously not named Thimdol, but a Master Pearson Rowley, is an oasis of calm. Loitering by a table, his 2 feet propped up on a stool, he slumps on a long bench while smoking a long pipe, sipping on a hot, strengthening brew, and his long and thinning grey hair is just in a mass, his mutton chops unruly and twisted. His free hand massages his temple quite gruffly. From time to time, he directs his deep frown towards a halber helping hand with a quick bark of complaint or instructive criticism. All in all, Master Rowley seems like he recently woke, and not with a good mood. Team Trauma, you are currently observing the scene at the threshold of the open doors to the shop. Here you are thankfully protected from the rain and some of the wind that continues to wail and pour outside by the rays of the roof that juts out. Master Rowley has not yet realized your presence, and you have just discovered that the other master in your presence, Iria Stormlight, is still within the wagon that is parked just beside you. What would you like to do?
That was bracing, but we do have to consider our immediate needs. Illyria, do you have a list of things that you might require from this establishment? Seems
I
like Arius is
really just-
happy to part, not.
I really just need one thing.
A shield.
A shield, indeed.
But
Lyria's gonna... Hmm?
No, I mean, when you go shopping, do you just go for the thing you need, or do you browse a little?
I mean, you know, for the thing you need, right? It's not like you
Why-
have all the money in the world.
Why would I spend time browsing when I know what I need?
Yeah.
Well, because you never know what you don't need.
That doesn't make sense. I know exactly what I need.
No, but like you don't know if they have something that you never thought of that maybe you do need or slightly need, or
I guess we
maybe.
can have a look around, but we're mainly here for a shield, so should we just head inside?
I would suggest so.
Like, do you need some plate armor or something?
Do I need? Well, I don't know. I think this breastplate is serving me well enough. I haven't really utilized it in any particular way. It's a little bit weird, but it is what it is. I don't know. I'd be happy to browse a little. We have fairly a good purse size, shall we say? Collectively, we have earned a lot after our escapades.
All of my money
We
is in
have.
your pocket, so...
I mean, I'm not too sure how much there is gonna be on offer here, but
You find a suitable outfit. Maybe perhaps I can get another vest. Maybe another sort of Under Armour below my robe.
We
Right now, it's just
won't know
plain-
until we ask about the inventory. So, since you
Alright.
know what you were looking for, Lyria, after you.
I could use some good leather armor.
Lyria's gonna head on in and just like. Wait, was it morning? Was it?
No, it is past lunch.
Okay,
Currently,
yeah.
it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and but Danica explained that Valaki's schedule has shifted. That people wake up later and go to bed later.
Well, Lyria's just gonna walk in and say, "Hello."
Oh, well, whatever it is too early. Please go away. I'm very busy. You can talk to my assistant. Goodbye.
Well, we are here to buy some equipment, but if you insist,
He brings over the long pipe towards you and finally looks at you and starts pointing at you with the pipe. Now listen here, little miss, you don't understand. Well, the morning lord comes to bite my ass. Hello. And welcome to Thindor's Armaments, Lady Lyria.
thank you.
Was it difficult to get up? I mean, Lady Lyria has only been gone a couple of weeks, and after all, she rescued this town from the evil clutches of the last bird.
Oh, quite. And he kind of stands up, a little bit slowly. You see that his knee has kind of locked itself, so he stands up a little bit awkwardly, doesn't put all weight on it, and try to sort out this mutton chops a little bit. Yes, welcome. And he tries to do this bow, this elaborate court bow, but it's just a mess. And he straightens and kind of rubs his nose, looking very awkward.
No reason to be awkward about this.
I think there's a lot of reasons to be awkward about this. First of all, I was very rude. What can I say? I'm not a morning person. Second of all, I don't know how to do this.
It's alright. You don't happen to have a shield for me, do you?
A shield? A shield? Well, it wasn't used to the normal gear. the old guard, but some had it. I think I might have something in the back. A lot of it is not clean, so there's a lot of blood splatter. But I think I can find one that is somewhat, well, maybe just muddy. They're not, I won't lie, I'm saying this up front, because I don't want to fool you or anything. They are not the most beautiful.
Well, as long as they offer protection, they don't need to be, right?
Well, yes, it's a sturdy plank, I will give you that. And an embossed metal, holder to protect your hand, of course. Round in the shape.
And that's good enough for me.
Oh, well, perfect. Just give me a moment. And he pulls a big blast on his pipe that goes down into his throat, and he coughs a little bit and puts it down, and then saunters over to a back room.
I look around as he's sauntering away. Is there any activity here that looks sus? Any weird crafting being done? I don't know, constructing 100 crucifixes kind of deal?
Two of you can make me a perception intelligence now when you're up close.
What's the sus? You can.
I guess since Illyria is up in it, would you do the second?
Sure.
If you're interested. I mean, I'm not gonna force a roll on you.
Oh no, I just figured that maybe Hamardia wanted, but sure, I can do that.
I mean, we're just standing here waiting for him to come back. I'm sure he could generally look around.
Yeah. 22.
Oh, well, thanks. You haven't really cared about these kind of things in the past. This have been a little bit unimportant to you, Barovians and normal people. Yeah.
Who cares about people? Right?
The normal
Havers,
industries,
what a bunch of half people.
What a bunch of nerds.
But again, you can't notice anything immediate suspicious to you. Illyria, you do see some. I mean, considering your background being in the military, you probably have seen the inside of at least one or two blacksmiths. No, it's a lot of nails, some horseshoes, pots, pans. There's lanterns being created, the various tools, hammers and saws and things like that. It's a lot of very mundane items, but a huge either trade is booming or there is somebody who has ordered quite a lot.
And the people that are working, the hovers, presumably, are they doing it diligently, mindlessly, like drones?
Yes, very much yes. They don't take that much care into what they create. It's everything that is, in these boxes being ready to be shipped out. I mean, it's technically correct, but it's very, very rough. Nothing is beautified or to a point where it becomes aesthetically pleasing. But they seem to do their work with no complaint, just a steady, this passionate rhythm.
Okay. I guess we're just waiting for him to return then.
Yeah.
I don't know if Hamachi is interested in stealing shit.
Marc, as a matter of fact, has bettered her ways.
Oh.
Oh, now it's working. I don't know
Oh,
what
okay.
happened.
I
Oh,
turned
no,
it
it's
off
great
and
for
on
me.
again.
Now it's great for me.
Well, it will
I'll
take
refresh
some.
for me.
It will take some
Yeah.
time. I just turned it off and on again.
Why are you looking at me? Perfectly fine shot. Just because I have quick hands doesn't mean I steal all of the time I go to a shop, you know?
I don't think anybody said you're gonna steal anything.
Well, you looked at me funny.
Is there anything shiny other than just boring, mundane things here? Like, are there items on display like an actual shop, or is this more like a work location, like an actual smith's forge area?
There is some items. Let's see. There is a almost ready scale mail that is on a a mannequin. It's like 80% finished, and you know what? Give me an intelligence check for that one.
That if there's anything shiny.
It has a distinct Copperbeard style to it.
Oh, that's curious.
Indeed. There is also like in like a barrel, there are a few spears and javelins that are just in it, and then they just stand like six with their sharp things, up. But it's kind of like in a forgotten, dusty corner. And then above the main biggest forge, like bolted into the stone wall, there is a pretty big like gray metal slab gray sword that seems particularly top heavy as it kind of like increases its mass at the top. It's very strange and very different from, normal stuff.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of work in progress material.
Well, the greatsword seems to be what seems to be finished. Maybe it needs to be sharpened or something up there. The scale mail as not finished. The spears might have been, well, you do recognize them from the Vallaki guard. There seems to be like standard Vallaki guard spears that are just in a, in a corner. And then there's all of these mundane items that are being, currently worked on.
And given this, is it far of a stretch to imagine that a lot of the weapons that were used by the Vallaki guard are being smelted down into, say, like nails and like clamps and hooks and stuff like that for the purposes of construction?
Perhaps, yes. Rowley comes back with a single shield, and indeed it is a very simple, little bit crude round shield with that hammered, slightly rusted dome in the middle, and then a simple like wooden handle at the back. And he puts it down. He has with this very dirty rag, and he like tries to put like some dust or some mud in a corner away, like polish it away as it like puts it on the table for you, and then slabs the towel over his shoulder and kind of rubs his chin a bit. Well, as I said, it's not much, but believe me, this one is in the best condition.
It'll do. It's better than nothing.
Ah, well, then I guess it's yours.
You want anything for it?
I have you lots of thanks. And he laughs to himself and kind of pats his belly. That there's certainly a bit of a mound there. Things have definitely changed around here. I dare say for the better. It's sad to hear about my neighbors still, but I hope they get out of this rut. And, well, there's nobody ordering weapons anymore. There's no market for it, so I'm not gonna sell it anyway, so... I mean...
I'm curious. How are you keeping your quota if you're just doing nails and not interested in selling things to a well-renowned customer?
Well, Lady Fiona wants a lot of nails and a lot of household items, and it's a substantial list of what she wants and when she wants it, and I have enough helpers, so I dare say I'm doing very, very well, very good for myself. Not the hardest, and I'm a good teacher, so I was able to tell them to do what they need to do, and all my hard work has paid off, and I can take some of the mornings off. You know, I'm not the youngest man, not anymore.
Fair enough. If you're so busy, then of course your inventory would be diminished, unless you have something you've kept back, you know, for a particular saint that comes your way.
Oh. Well, yes,
Consider this, I mean...
Okay, I don't know how I feel about Terminus, but the scale mail, I'm willing to discuss a price about. It has some fond memories. It's the last item of my old master. That he finished, at least.
I see. Well, I mean, if it's a matter of material to help you finish it, I'm sure we can help out there. We quite a few things along the way. You know, it seems like your team here is quite good at smelting things down and reforging them for other purposes. I wonder if your materials are short.
Very much so. I'm quickly running, you know. There's basically nothing left. There's only so many spears, so many javelins, so many metal items being taken from the harvest. Well, if you have any, I would be happy to buy, and maybe I can crack off some of the old dust and at least finish my master's work with the scale mail. I mean, it's not, as you can see, ready.
Really? We just so happen to have a near pristine breastplate in our bags here that could almost finish your scale mail project.
Really?
What's that worth to you?
Well, what do you want?
You know,
It's kind of
comparable-
priceless.
What is priceless? The breastplate? Entirely.
Good iron these days? Well, every day. Priceless.
Well then, why don't you give me a priceless price for it?
Again, he kind of like massages his shin, like in between his mutton chops. I truly do not have anything to offer, I think. At least not something well, it depends upon how much iron it is. But it's just not a normal breastplate will make me interested in parting with Terminus.
I mean, look, we are all about contributing to the community. What's the point in saving one if you just let it go to the dogs, So how about...
Well, about this, if you have enough silver, I don't have any silver at all. I can silver a weapon or two for you. There's some old folk tales saying that is beneficial.
I think we're all good with silvered weapons, unfortunately.
Oh, man, I
We-
think.
Like I said, we have quite the stock, so it's a question of, look.
Well, maybe you should open shop then, because.
Oh, no, not at all. Like I was saying, we will invest back in the community in which we saved. Provided that, the community is all about collaborative trade. How about we offer you...
I am being
this-
completely upfront here. This is what I have.
Fair enough. What if we offered you the breastplate for the purposes of completing your elaborate old master's work for a potential, significant discount? Or, if you look at it one way, if you see one of Illyria's troop wearing such a piece, and they are well renowned, we will ensure to send people your way as a sort of free advertising. We help finish your work for free. We advertise for free, and all you have to do is complete the work, which I'm sure you're excited to do.
Honestly, I'm not looking for more customers right now. It's more like I need raw materials. So if that can be fixed, I'm happy to wake up an hour earlier every morning to get back to work. And now I can promise that I am as good as Master Thingdor was, but I will try my best.
Okay, well, how about then we make an agreement here? We give you the breastplate, you finish your work, and any raw materials we send your way as a priority. We're out and about after all. Who knows what we come across? And Nix will reach into his bag and pull out the 2 nails that he picked him Argon Vostolf and say, there's a lot more where this came from. And he just puts them on the table slightly seductively.
Slightly seductively.
He picks it immediately up, and he tacks it. He impacts it against the table to hear the sound and feel the weight, and he brings it up to his nose, and his big nose do this one big sniff along the whole length, and then he brings out the tongue and he tastes it. That's not bad.
High quality steel, no?
But this is more of a black iron, but it's good. I can make it into better.
So, what do you think? And
Well,
Nix starts to pull out from the bag of holding his old breastplate. That-
Immediately his eyes goes a little bit wide, and
He doesn't take it out fully, just sort of titillates him with it.
he starts rubbing his hands a little bit back and forth. He leans back on the back of his soles and then back again. Well, I will tell you, you good sir, you got yourself one mighty deal. And he holds out a hand.
Nix gives a quick side glance to Illyria, this cool?
Sure.
This K?
And with that acknowledgement, Nix pulls out the rest of the breastplate. Obviously, barely tarnished. Nix doesn't get hit that much. And, folds it nice and neatly on the table and says, well, let us know when your lovely scale mill is complete. And we will be back shortly with any number of extra raw materials.
Oh.
Anything in particular that you're looking for? Since I brought black iron, maybe that's what you want? Or is it iron, regular iron, tin, aluminium?
Anything to keep productions going. It doesn't matter what the metal is, at least it's somewhat sturdy for the nails and everything else. As I said, I'm not really making items like weapons or armors anymore.
One question though here. If we are going to be some sort of investment partner, I think we should be made aware of exactly where all these forged materials are going. What's their purpose? So many nails? Do you know why?
Oh, well, I did inquire once to Fiona, and she said about some kind of investment in a new fort at our sister village, the village of Barovia. There's
new
also...
fort?
Oh, yes. There's apparently some people moving in from the mountains. I'm not entirely sure. She didn't tell me more.
I think we know who they are.
Oh, well, splendid. I think things are looking up and up in Barovia. I mean, all the things is, well, for all my life, it's certainly more exciting than it's ever been. Good, good for the village. It's been suffering a lot.
And if you would be so kind, with part of completing your old master's work, I'm sure you can come up with some sort of elegant symbol for Saint Illyria's party. Something that you might consider to be standing out from the crowd, so people will look at it and say, "Ooh, that's fancy. Where'd you get that?"
Well, I can certainly try. I do believe I might have a bit of an inclination of home, Lady Illyria, as Master Thingdall did show me a few of the runes.
Oh?
Ah, yes. An outsider, just like you.
Where is he now? He's retired somewhere? Or?
Oh, no, a couple of years ago, well, more like 15 now, I succumbed to old age. Pretty surprising, at least from what I've heard about the dwarves.
Unfortunate. I'm sorry.
As well, he was like a father to me, so it was very sad. And I'm not even half the smith he was, but I'm keeping the shop going in his memory.
You seem to be doing a fine job. Keep it up. We'll be back.
I try.
And looking forward to working with you.
Oh, well, splendid. I think I'm gonna celebrate tonight in Shannon's respite. I feel invigorated.
So we good? Really? Anything else?
I think we're good.
Amatia?
I'm fine. I did not find anything that might pique my interest here.
Then until the next time, we bid you a good day.
You too. You too.
Good
Morning
day.
Lord with you, and Mother Knight.
You said Mother Knight quite enthusiastically, my friend.
Well, I mean, we have apparently been blessed with our presence, and things are looking good. So, gotta pay your respects, your dues.
You know, I heard praying to Mother Knight makes you sleep better.
Really? Well, all the alcohol these days definitely make me sleep.
Just keep one little prayer to Mother Knight, and I'm sure you'll be dreaming before you can count to 13.
Oh, you say so? Well, I will certainly try. Maybe I should join the sermons from time to time at Knight's Embrace.
Maybe.
There's sermons.
Yes, of course, the old courtroom, as it's not needed anymore. School by day, church by night.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I'm a bit confused.
It's a little bit too much hocus pocus for me. Like, I was not really a good church goer for the morning, Lord. But maybe, I'd learn my lesson.
It's weird. How do you feel about... I mean, this village has been worshipping the Morning Lord ever since this village practically existed. Isn't it a bit weird to do a little switcheroo over to the Mother Knight, or...
Oh, well, yes, of course. I don't feel right about leaving anybody, I'm a stand-up businessman and person. I remain loyal to my friends, and so I will have the Morning Lord in my heart to my death. The priests of the Morning Lord have been a great help to the community. I mean, this bad knee sometimes tend to act up, and I always go to Father Lucian, and he sets it right as rain. My lungs is not what it used to be. Father Lucian tells me to stop smoking, but, a man gotta have his pleasures.
Yes, of course. And of course, there are multitudes of gods. Who says you just have to worship one, right? I mean,
Yes,
imagine just worshipping one god. It's kind of weird if you think about it. I mean, we are affected by both night and day.
True. Maybe there's a balance in it. Well, as I said, the Morning Lord has a special place in our community, but, ever since Mother Night came and said hello, things have certainly changed. And I'm not against it, as I said.
Hey, we'll go with the flow. It's a good thing.
I do have a final question before we go. Given Valaki has changed so much since we have departed and returned, we are looking for a few...
A wild 3 weeks, I must tell you.
Certainly a lot has changed. But we're looking for a few pieces, few amenities, sundries, perhaps potions. Is there anything, any place you can recommend to us, as on behalf of your business partners now? Where to go?
Of course. It's a little bit awkward here, because the one you usually go to for problems like that you don't dare to bring up to the priest. Sadly, the mistress of the Third Eyes potions and sundries has all but disappeared during the chaos of Valaki. I certainly hope that not something happened to her, because I know how xenophobic Varga's whole regime used to be. I hope she made it out, maybe living with the tieflings now. However, she left all of her stock now. Lady Wakta has taken most of it, but there was some of her stock that was given to the Dusklight supply shop, of course. Hooray and Sala,
And they will be where?
Oh, just down the street. You leave the street, you just turn towards the east, 2 buildings down, just beside the bistros. You can't miss it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for brightening my doorstep this fair morning. Well, okay, maybe not fair. It's horrible weather outside. But still, you catch my drift.
Yes. Until the next time, Rowley, a pleasure.
Yes, looking forward to it. I do feel even more invigorated, if that's even possible.
Nix gives a nod and leaves the blacksmith.
Yeah, there also, have a good day.
A round of
Sweet.
ale in your name and honor I will share tonight at Shadow's Respite. You can be sure of that, my lady.
Smiles just a tiny bit awkwardly and leaves.
Hey, hashtag TikTok cringe.
Marcia gives a little curtsy and leaves.
Oh, how polite. And he nods his head.
Wait, is Varnia still old man Varnia? Did the old man just do a curtsy?
Would have been hilarious.
She changed back to regular ham before entering, and she'll change back to old Martia once getting into public space again.
Okay. Alright, clear my throat after that.
We'll do a beeline to the other store.
The Dusk Light?
On our way, the Dusk Lantern.
Are we looking on rations anyway?
No, we need a lot of rations.
But that's what I'm saying. We need to
Yeah.
supply ourselves before we go out, just in case it diverges to something else like it tends to do. Plus, also, you know, if there's any, you know, health potions or something like that, we could probably deal with them. I don't think we have any.
Have we met her before, or do I just know the image?
I have reused her for Missing Sheep of Littleby. Otherwise, no.
I don't think I've known that one.
But you've seen her in the crowd during the festival.
It's sometimes hard because I feel like, do I know this picture because I know the character or because I've seen it on Pinterest?
You know what? All my pictures are basically from Pinterest, so that might have. Oh, well, anyway.
I know.
What do you mean?
Really? This place seemed to sell a menagerie of crafted items for the home, garden, and camp, such as candles, rope, pottery, and blankets. The shelves display a varied showcase of different general items, somewhat organized, but the stock is thin at best. A new extension has been recently added to the original shop of the Dusklight Supply and is clearly rudimentary but sturdy in its execution. The new wing displays different foodstuffs such as vegetables, fruits, cured meats, and flowers. The Dusklight seems very popular, considering how many Valakians are inside, previewing the shelves and standing in line at the two different points of trade. In the old wing straight ahead of you, there's a thin and somewhat haggard-looking male who is talking loudly and jovially with all of his customers. Despite his questionable state of health, he seems eager and happy. He is never quiet, constantly tapping his foot or his knuckle into the wooden bar, striking up conversations or murmuring various songs to himself. Across from him, in the new wing, a more demure presenting woman stands vigil, her eyes wide and scared. She handles the constant stream of customers with a sheen of sweat on her forehead and jerky, panicked movements. Her customers take pity on her, trying to be as gentle as possible, probably knowing some of her history. As you step into the shop proper, the man is quick to send you a friendly "welcome" before he recognizes that you are somehow different than his normal patrons, with a clear expression of shock on his face. At the quick greeting, the woman at the other end of the shop looks up briefly, freezes with a morbid fear on her face, and then, through a mad dash and a half-swallowed shriek in her throat, she abandons her post and disappears through a nearby door, who shuts behind her violently.
I'm sorry?
Sala, no, I'm sorry, everybody. You know how Sala can be. Everything is alright. She just needs some time. Welcome. I assume you are who you are.
Who do you think she is?
Well, I haven't seen you properly, seen you, but I've heard about how you guys look, and seeing how everybody else is reacting. Everybody has stopped and is staring.
Yeah.
Well,
yes, we probably are who you think we are.
Oh.
Lady Illyria Feathermore.
By the Morning Lord, it is so good to finally meet you. Everybody out, please. For a moment, the shop VIP customers, you got to understand. Everybody out in the
fine,
ring.
Really, please.
No, I can't have it like this. I need to talk to you privately. And
she kind of wonders if there's a reason for that, and just kind of looks at him curiously.
Sala needs space as well, so I need to take care of her. We will be closed for lunch, I guess. Come back in a short while. I know, I'm sorry, but you know how it is. Sorry. And then slowly everybody kind of like walks out. There's like a mixture of frustration, but there's also some understanding on their faces. Like it's not the worst thing in the world. And there's like a mixture of like curtsies and bows and nods and like Lady Lyria, Saint Lyria, Lady Lyria, Saint Lyria, as they like walk on by and go out.
And Lyria, you know, she has like this, like, you know, like very tricep, just like very polite and like, you know, like dignified smile and posture, but internally she's just like, I hate all of this.
Amatia has the face of someone who is trying so hard to contain her laughter, but fails miserably. And you hear like a sound coming from her.
As soon as they kind of leave, the jingle of the bell finally stops. Hooray puts a hand on the bar and kind of swings his lanky feet over. Is like he tries to do it gracefully. It's not the the best ever made vault, but he's certainly excited, and he like quickly moves over to you and immediately grabs your hands and like starts shaking them whilst like lowering himself. I can't tell you how happy I am finally to be able to meet you in person, to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's alright,
And
really.
he moves over to Nyx. Oh my good sir, thank you so much for what you've done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I owe you my life. And then goes over to Marty, does the same. Thank you, thank you, thank you, please. I don't know who you are, but thank you.
Of course, come back anytime.
What?
He laughs.
Wasn't Martia even part of this?
No.
Apparently she is.
It's he just assumes you're part.
Yeah, I know. It's just very funny to me.
And
I don't
he has this merchant hat that he has taken off from his head, and he has this against his chest. And he like sometimes passes it over his heart to like gesticulate further how heartfelt he feels these things. Again, I owe you my life. Thank you very much for what you did. I would have rotted where I was. Yes, very happy.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, we had to make sure that justice was, appropriately applied. After all, the last burgomaster was a little bit over the top. It's a curious tune you're humming.
Let's not sugarcoat it. He was a madman.
Oh, very much so. And I made sure to tell it, and I suffered from it. Yes.
Look at him, see if is he humming and jittery because of like he's trying to be inconspicuous, or he's trying to cover something up, or he's just mentally damaged.
Make me an empathy composure.
I was gonna suggest perhaps like medicine cunning or something.
Yeah,
like,
you can. You know
like,
what? Your choice. Your choice.
None of that makes any difference. Exactly the same role, but it's just like I'm looking at it from perspective like
Alright.
UK.
UK there, hun.
Yeah, you
You
also.
good there, Chief?
Are you a little bit broken, guy?
Let's
I mean,
see.
he probably is a little bit broken.
Okay. 20 is an 8.
Okay, Cookie. Yes, sir. An 8? At this point, there's been like a lot to take in at once. You're not entirely sure yet if this is either of the three, but maybe you can find out. So what you're doing here? What can I do for you guys?
Well, go ahead.
Oh, no, we're here to stock up on some supplies.
Well, it's in the name of the shop. You're so welcome. Oh, wait, no, actually, yes. I think that's appropriate. Wait a second. I need to go around and say hello to Sala, and everything is okay. You're not going to, and I'll be right back.
Why would we? What?
Well, it's not anything. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. She's very frightened of anything that has a connection to Lady Fiona's patron. Bless you.
Oh. Well, if there's anything we can do to feel more comfortable.
Honestly, she just needs to be not in your presence because, Vargas had his ways, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
Right, got it. She's a little bit reprogrammed, shall we say?
Oh, well, yes. I'm very happy that she came out of that whole shebang alive. She was quite mind-controlled. I couldn't really do anything about it, but I was quite stuck.
Are you okay?
I am very much the best and the worst at the same time. It's very hard to tell sometimes. I'm very happy that I'm here right now, though, with you. Thank you, Sil. This is still infinitely more better than how it was. Sorry, I talked over you. I tend to do that. I need to hear something all the time. Sorry, Valeria. Repeat
right,
what you just
right.
said.
I hope things continue getting better for you.
When I'm having some talk with the...
we might want to buy stuff, you know, it seems like...
Fiona is certainly helping. She set up like a whole program to help the people who are a little bit nervous from what has happened, a little bit jittery, a little bit panicked, you know, how you tend to be. And I've gotten better. I am quieter than I used to be.
Well, I mean, I travel with Lady Lily for the purposes of ensuring that she's okay. I mean, I'd be more than happy to take a look at your sister.
My wife.
Your wife?
Yes.
Sorry.
Sala.
Would it be better if we just grab a few things, give you some credit, you know, give you some payment and leave? It seems like I know you're friendly to us, but it seems like our presence causes a bit of stress, and I don't want to stress anyone. In fact, I wish the opposite.
Thank you so much for caring about us. I mean, what you helped Lady Fiona to achieve is still a huge improvement. We don't need to worry about that any longer, and we're getting some help. So it's happening, but I mean, you can do miracles apparently, so I don't know what to give if you were able to fix what's going on with our brains, but if you do, I mean, wow.
Could you describe what you're feeling? I mean, if you are unable to stop singing, tapping, humming.
Well, in my case, I cannot stand the silence. There never can be silent around me, 'cause that gives me post-traumatic stress.
Oh no.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yes, well, why I'm so happy that you're here and that you saved me is because I was in that silent basement for quite some time. Going to sleep is very hard nowadays.
I'm glad you managed to live through it.
Yes, well, I'm very lucky in that sense of the word. Yes. Sala, on the other hand, gets this extreme fright response whenever she's reminded of anything that has to do with you know who.
People cope with things in different ways.
Yes, indeed, obviously. Well, anyway, I was going to. Yes, I have a gift. One moment.
Oh,
And he goes like running towards that door that Sala disappeared. He tries to like have a pep in his step, but he's obviously quite like in a bad shape. He like starts breathing very heavily from just a little bit of physical work.
So as he's gone, like, can Nick see, like, you know, it's a general store, right? So there's like things around. There's like pots and pans and bowls and
Yes.
like things like that. Is that basically what I see? Okay.
Yeah, but there's also some survival items as well for surviving out in the wild. So it's just basic necessities with stuff and things. Like you can see rope, bedrolls, blankets. You can obviously like put together rations through that new wing there. There's also like oil and lanterns and torches, chests, dice, fishing. There's a pretty big fish kind of like fishing department.
Is there like pipe, like hose pipe or something like that?
Hose pipe?
Yeah, like or tubing or something like this.
Oh, like that, huh? No, I can't really see a reason for them to carry that. No, but these backpacks, tankards, jugs, mess kits that you can probably put together, pouches and shovels, tinder boxes, water skins. There's also groupings of tools for various trades.
Well, I mean, predominantly we need to ensure that there's rations here to pick up, both animal and humanoid. So we like to look around and see if they are there.
Oh, yeah. There's quite a lot of animal feed, hay, and people food as well. Give me a quick perception intelligence.
Yes, ma'am.
Some of the crates and like baskets and whatever like packaging the food is coming in bears the emblem of Stratford Savage.
Because he's exporting from the castle.
Yeah, that aligns with what you've learned.
Yeah, it seems to be like he's investing back into the community.
The door swings open. Hooray comes stumbling down a set of stairs that seems to be on the other side of the door. He shouts up, "Just take it easy, Zala. I'll be right there. Just stay up there. It's going to be okay. I'll take care of everything." And he closes the door. We kind of like his foot in his hand. There's like this wooden, dusty box, and still muttering to himself from time to time, or just singing to himself. He puts it down on the bar in front of you with a very triumphant look on his face.
Sorry, what was that? It's a vase.
No, a chest, a small wooden chest with like dust
chest.
on it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really weird. What's in the box?
I don't know how we somehow kept this little bugger, but we have. Vargas was not able to find it. We kept it buried for quite some time. It's we got this as trade from when I was much younger, from some traveling outsiders who were really down on their dumps and needed just food, and they had nothing else. So yeah, here, take it, and kind of like pushes it a little bit on the bar and towards you guys.
Are you sure about this?
Am I sure? Yes, I am. Thank you so much.
Alright, are you guys gonna have a look?
Alright. Characters. Items. I will place it at the top of everything else. Oh, we should do this.
Ooh.
And do this and do that. Blip. And that. You open the box and you find there sitting like wrapped in several layers of linen.
The hand.
These like dark bluish metal bracers with hands, sculpted hands wrapping around both of them.
Okay, a little weird. Are they like magical?
Yes, I was told, and I did try it in my youth to lift some heavy crates, that it makes you more muscly.
Oh, alright.
Listen to those.
We could kind of use that, to be honest.
Well, I am not the most fit person out there, so it certainly have helped me and Sal as well.
No,
work.
leave the pizza alone. Sorry.
What?
Whoa. Someone else.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to touch your pizza.
What
No,
the fuck?
I had pizza earlier and I couldn't eat it all, but I also didn't want to leave to put it away, so I put it to the side and my cat just went to eat the pizza. I'm sorry.
What the fuck is a pizza? Are you alive?
Oh, it's a food from the Protectorate. It's like dough with tomato sauce on it, and you put cheese on it, and different things.
That sounds disgusting.
Oh, it's really good, actually.
Bexy.
Yeah.
In Velaki culture, just to like diverge this,
Thank you.
gypsy like kind of lifestyle is all about decorations and being innovative with like materials around you, making life kind of as much as possible the joyful parts of it.
True.
Could Nyx see like if there's any string here, and essentially basically what I want to try and do is I want to take a handful of the unused crossbow bolts in our bag of holding and using some string tie them together to make a form of a wind chime, you know, I think that like bangs and makes noises all the time, as a form of keeping a noise happening for this lovely storekeeper, so he doesn't have to bang and sing.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there will have to be some kind of craft check here involved, like how well may you make this.
I would imagine that, you know, this would have been like given to the kids and like the females usually to, you know, as though like keeping the kids occupied. So I imagine like generally speaking, as a Velaki background, a Velaki Vistani background, that he would have like been involved in it somewhat. So maybe or not he remembers like exactly how to do it, but ultimately it's just a dangly thing to make noise.
Small arts and crafts like that is pretty normal for the Bistani for sure. Yeah. Give me with proficiency. Let's do. Let's do proficiency with cunning. To make, like, attach the crossbow bolts in the right way so they make as much noise as possible.
10.
10. Well, it's not the best you have ever done, but it certainly works. And when you kind of explain it to Hooray, he actually looks like he's about to cry. You didn't have to. This is beautiful. Thank you. Maybe that will help, actually.
They sort of like, that helps him fasten it to just like above where he's like standing in the archway. And just sort of like brushes his hand on it to make it chime.
That's ingenious.
Well, we have these things, and it's just a little bit in ensuring that, well, St. Illyria's party is keeping the community, well, helped as much as possible.
Maybe you're onto something. Maybe I should go and talk to Blinsky. Maybe you can have something so I can fall asleep better.
Like I said, I am kept around to ensure things are a little bit easier and better for Lady Illyria, and that's why I was potentially asking if you wanted me to have a quick look at your lovely wife. But ultimately, we are in a bit of a rush as well. So if you could provide us with some rations, some animal feed.
Yes.
We will come back for the animal feed, of course. But the rations we might need right now. So I don't know.
Yes, of course. But let me give you a heavy discount together with this gift. That's the least I can do. Is that all right? Is that?
Sure. Lady Lydia and her party would be most gracious.
If you're
what a great day.
sure.
And as he starts humming, I chime the wind chime thingy for him.
That helps. Thank you. All right. So to speak with straight stuff. There is rations, up to 10 rations here that you can pick up before he gets a little bit like, hey, other people might need this.
We still to pay, but
Yes.
well, hold on, guys. I
And
think
he's gonna give a 50% discount.
Okay.
So 10 rations will be 2.5 gold.
Sure. And 20 will be 5 gold.
Yes. But that is like stretching. That is like almost buying him out. Like there's not that much food stuff, but it's some food stuff.
I mean, we actually have quite a lot of day rations. I just realized. 40 day rations, 20 horse feed, still, and then 2 and 4. So we have 40. Actually, we're pretty okay with rations, I think. 42 day rations.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Up to you.
22 horse feed. Let's get 10 anyway. I think we probably need them. And I'll deduct from the group funds 250.
All right, go for it. He is also able to offer 2 healer's kit with
Yes.
8 uses in both of them that he has been able to like string together. So they're not complete. This item doesn't seem to be the most common item So he's been able to basically scrunch up together 2 healers kit with 8 uses each. So instead of 7 GP for each of them, they're 3.5. So in total, it's 7 gold pieces for them.
Yeah, we definitely need that. So we'll take both, and I guess Hamachi holds one, Nyx holds the other.
He also have a single vial of acid and a antitoxin. Acid will run you 17 gold, and the antitoxin will run you 32.
Well, Nyx still has 2 vials of acid.
All right. And Hooray explains that these things, the healer's kit, the antitoxin, and the acid, are the last of the supplies that he was given from Lady Fiona Vactor from the stores, what she confiscated from Anya.
And when it comes to antidote in Frostmark, is that to cure one disease? Or what does it work? How does it work?
It's antitoxin.
Sounds like it would cure poison.
Yes. Let's see.
General items.
Advantage on saving throws against poison for 1 hour.
We might as well have. How much is he asking for the antitoxin?
That was 17
17
gold.
And for the vial of acid was
22.
for 1 or for 2?
No, wait. The other way around. The acid was 17. The antitoxin was 23.
How about I give him 1 vial of acid
And do you take the antitoxin?
yeah. And
He's easy
maybe.
to win over, especially after that wind chime of yours.
do we need anything else from this general sort of stuff? Maybe a shovel?
Yeah, he definitely has a shovel. 1.5 gold for that. There's tinder boxes, water skins, various tools.
As in, like, in comparison, because like there's some 5 gold left over, so it's more like
There's lanterns, oil, die sets, candles, blankets, backpacks, pouches.
Sure. I mean,
Mess kit, tankards, plates.
we don't have anything to play with. Let's have a dice set and a shovel as part of the trade of a vial of acid, as long as with an antidote. So, antidote.
So you pay for the antidote, and then you.
Yeah, and then sell the acid. So it's basically net value. Antidote, shovel, and dice. Okay.
All right.
Anything else you guys want? Does he have caltrops?
No.
I don't think there's what are we like if we have rations and maybe some healing stuff. I think we're good.
Do you have ball bearings? For research only, of course.
No, but he does recommend that he has carpenter's tools because he have heard you guys traveling with a wagon.
Carpenter's tools to carpent. Yes, that sounds like a lovely idea. I don't be able to fix some stuff. I'm good with my hands, personally speaking.
And that would be 8 GP.
We can make a wooden horse, Nyx. Think about it.
No, I think there'll always come a time when we need to repair things, and if we have the gold and we're here shopping, we have the money for it. I will deduct it from the party funds, and Nyx grabs the carpenter's tools and drops them into the bag of holding.
Yay!
His eyes goes a little bit wide at the bag of holding physics.
Carpentry tools. Great. And we got ink enough already, so. Cool.
Do we perhaps we need some healing kits as well? I
We
think.
got healers kits.
Yeah, two
You
of them.
have 8.
Yes. Ah, right.
I have 8. I've already taken them off the party, Luton. You have a healer's kit with 8 in them. I have 1 too. We have an antidote. We have a shovel. We have
Antitoxin.
antitoxin. We have dice. We have a carpentry's tools.
Cool. I accidentally written healer's kilt. So I'm gonna.
And you also have bracers of give a hand.
Right. Nick needs to identify them.
Indeed. Or somebody just attunes to them.
I think that about does it. Like I said, we're in a bit of a hurry.
I am so glad I could help you guys. Thank you for allowing me to have the chance to thank you.
You're welcome. And Nix gives a wink, brushes the chime again, and walks out.
Like he waves and like calls out goodbye, and whenever the chime is making a noise, he can rest and he doesn't sing to himself.
That's so sweet. Oh my god.
I love them. You deserve so better than this.
And Nix has just created the first like shop like chime thing, like open the door, like bling 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 bling.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we need to sort of start heading, out of town, I suppose.
Yeah, you've spent like a bit more than an hour. It's like about 3 o'clock, a little bit over 3 at this time, as you walk back into the street. As you do, you see Lucian is standing out on the street, looking back and forth pretty frantically.
Father Lucian, as the party sees him, he's like, everything okay? You look like you lost something, Father.
Let me put him out. Oh, there you are. I am so happy that you hadn't gone or gone any further. I am missing Milivoy and Jessica. I found him asleep in a room that Milivoy was in, and the door was locked. I got help from Irwin to open it, and Jessica, I mean, it was a little bit hard to get everything out from the poor kid. He seems a little bit groggy, and Milivoy apparently took a few hairs from his head, and there's nowhere to see, like it was the second floor. I don't know where he could have gone. I mean, we were downstairs, and he was upstairs. There's no sign that he jumped out the window. Why would he jump out the window?
Are we sure it was Milivoy?
What? Let me take this again.
Yes, can you please make it more coherent? We're a bit on a time.
Sorry, I'm very stressed. I'm very worried about Milivoy, considering everything that has happened. Obviously there's something going on with the young lad. He took Jessica up from the main room into Blue Water Inn to have a nap after lunch. And I was very happy about it. I could get some, rest alone. And then when I went up to rouse them, because I knew that Asphodel could be back at any moment with Gilly and Lottie, and we will have to leave and prepare them for that, I found the door locked to the guest room that they used. I tried to call for them. There was nobody there. I tried to open the door. I couldn't. I went to take Irwin by Muriella's bedside. He was able to open it. I found Jessica on the floor, not in a bed, asleep. And we had to like shake him violently so he would wake up. There's no Millevoy around. And I tried to, of course, gently ask Jessica what happened. And apparently, Millevoy started, in Jessica's own words, not act like his normal big brother self, touched him on the head, took a few of his hairs from his head, and suddenly Jessica felt very tired, and he fell asleep as he heard Millevoy say irritating worms, and then he doesn't remember anything. He fell asleep, and then we woke him up.
Bexxy, does that sort of MO is familiar to Hamartia?
It's a little bit vague that you can't really say that the two words together is like an MO. But there are certainly some facts about what your family can do that does bring some worry to you.
Damn it. Mayhap it has something to do with my sisters.
How so?
Yeah, well, we could use magic that put people to sleep, and you know, it sounded quite hateful. It's a bit of a... we can also transform, so if Millevoy wasn't himself, it could be that something took hold of him, or it could be that it wasn't himself.
You're saying that one of your sisters could be in Valaki right now?
Of course, that's why I'm an old man right now.
I mean,
Why does that surprise you?
No,
that's
no.
what I said. Are we sure that was Millevoy? It doesn't sound like...
What are you talking about? How could it not be Millevoy?
Look,
Hags can change their form.
His eyes go a little bit wide as he like rethinks.
I don't want you to look at the person. Look at how they walked, how they talked, their intonation, right? They can adopt the looks, they can adopt their voice, but they cannot adopt the how do you call it? Like
Personalities?
yes, personalities, the grammar, the way of speech. Unless they did proper research.
Jessica always clings to Millevoy, and he allows him to do so, but I have barely seen them touch ever since they arrived.
Damn it.
And
Hey,
I
we need
know
to
that he's a troubled young man, and he has gone through a lot, but he was very quiet.
Okay, we need to find this Millevoy, and fortunately enough, Sol can provide us with a guiding light on when we find Millevoy, whether he's a sister or not, and if he's a sister, we're going to murder the shit out of her. Does that sound like a good plan to you? Sounds like a good plan to me.
Ready to search and destroy!
If one of them is here, this is a perfect opportunity. We can honor her and make her suffer.
Oh, hello, the little birdie.
You see a nasty smile. Embrace Martia's face. Come on.
What about the other children? Are they acting strangely? Anyone else that you can think of as being slightly different?
There are no children anymore here. Not at least being taken care of by me and Miss Belasco. They were all taken by this grandmother figure, Morgantha.
Right. Well, it seems like this grandmother figure is not done with the remainder of the folk in Valaki. And we are here to put an end to that agenda. I think we need to go see.
Oh,
Maybe there's some clues.
all right.
Let's go, I'm gonna kill my sister. We're going to kill my sister. Da-di-da-di-da-da.
Okay. And as you head back to the Blue Water Wind Inn with a bit of worry, we're going to go for a short break. Woo!
There is no worry right now in Amadia's mind other than pure bloodlust. So very much possesses her.
So what do you guys think about the shopkeeper Sabalaki?
Oh, that's so sad, man.
I love them. I want to help them.
And I'm
Damage.
thinking,
They
Damage.
deserve so much better.
emotional damage.
Well, you already saved them.
Yeah, we saved them. Now this is the
Yeah.
aftermath. It's like the.
Yeah.
Now we need to
I
help
mean,
him.
yeah, we have, but we're gonna have to like save them from the situation we saved.
All is finally well in Valaki, right?
Double save them.
We can do small things like we can like establish a trade with the blacksmith. We can do like
Yeah.
nice things for people if we have the opportunity. But we can't save everyone.
I know. I just think like after we murder Strahd, we need to stay here, we need to take shit over, and we need to start a rebuilding effort.
Raise it to the ground.
Rehab.
No!
Start from scratch.
No!
Okay, I'm gonna go and refill my drink.
Get
Do
chocolate
so
milk. Get your
yourself.
egg.
Are we taking a break? Can I finally put the pizza in the fridge?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. I'm gonna go refill my drink. I'll be right back. Chat.
Me too.
Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I mean, probably the blacksmith could have produced caltrops given a little bit of time and with enough incentive, probably. But you're right that the blacksmith would probably be the one to have ball bearings or caltrops. Not really what the general store would have. I guess Strahd having you kill it, you buy it policy on him wouldn't be all bad, lol. You rescue the tomato civilian, you deal with the therapy. I'm
Big.
a little program to help, as in sheepoos. Well, there seems to be a little bit else going on than just that. Fiona did talk about that she had researched the subject and she was secretly helping people that had come out of the Reformation Center a bit broken to help them like rejoin society. So she was already doing that even before the rebellion. But what methods she have, who knows?
I saw your expression when I was like coming up with a stupid idea.
It was very sweet.
I was wondering when I was asking about like hose pipe or tubing. What would have been like an idea was that you get like 3 balls,
of like slightly smaller sizes, and you stack them on top, and you put water in it, and then you have a hose pipe, and you suck it so it goes to the top, so it's like a little waterfall feature. That's white noise.
Lol. Like a Zen office kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Back again. Yeah, I'm gonna kill my sister. My fictional sister. Yeah. My fictional, not real sister. Gonna kill her. You're gonna die.
We gotta find her first.
I'm gonna find my fake sister. Why am I so excited about killing family members?
I mean,
Of course, the money mystery things.
just personal things. Yeah, so Nyx is hopefully not gonna nix his souls, but he's gonna have to start casting DSA.
Anyway, I started casting.
I mean, the detect soul aspects is gonna be pretty key here, I think.
Yeah.
Back again. Julie's back. Tell a friend.
I think so, hey mom. It's just that I haven't elaborated upon it because it's, pretty complicated and haven't really gone into the other realms that much.
But I have a quick question. Does Amatia know if her sisters know if souls light can give him the shitsels?
Oh. I do think they know that he has special abilities because they also have.
Millions.
They also have familiars. You know that.
Oh my god, we can solve this in a Pokemon battle.
Yeah, Morgantha has a badger that is really mean.
Yeah, fuck a badger.
Is that honey badger?
Yeah, basically.
It doesn't give a fuck.
all moxie. And Thalia mixes between a scorpion or a snake, depending upon how she's feeling. And Bella. What did Bella have? Yeah, a snub-nosed cat is Bella's. You know those cats with like pushed-in noses?
Yeah, the little shits, like a Cheshire cat.
Yeah, that's what she has.
Church of the Warlord is a known niche.
Which is a wording of a mini-campaign as in Church of the Morning Lawn is a known niche and a lot of people suspect them of being crypto-realites. Well, you already find that aspect worship in the Order of the Argent Purifiers because they choose to interpret Boreas' teachings through saying that any power that you accept that changes who you are is not ultimately given to you but to somebody else. And it's like a corruption. It should be like eradicated because it corrupts rather than like actual give you strength of character. That is like cherry picking. It's not like, it's like a very narrow view of what Borea stands for. So you already there have like an aspect worship. For sure. Okay. going about?
I'm watching the Honey Badger video.
What?
Yeah.
You don't
Honey
know the
badgers.
Honey Badger video? It's like the best meme ever!
Honey badgers are crazy.
Hey,
I don't give a fuck.
Honey-
Cookie,
I
have
haven't watched it in
have
years.
you listened to what I sent you yet, though?
not yet. I need to listen, bro.
Alright, anyway, are we
Yeah, let's do
ready?
it after the session. I wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah, I was waiting for the
reaction, yeah.
break, yes? Of course.
You rush back to the Blue Water Inn. Lucian doesn't go through the normal entranceway below. Instead, he immediately takes you upstairs through the secondary entrance and leads immediately to the second floor. And he opens the door to the room that that Jessica and Meulen entered before the lunch nap in quotation marks, and then he steps aside, letting you do your thing.
Nyx is going to be concerned about this anyway, and it lasts 10 minutes, but he will cast Detect Soul Aspect.
Okay.
Because he is also, perhaps, for some reason, maybe a little sus of Father Lucian as well. Maybe this be a trap.
Okay. Well, it did not take 10 minutes to get here, but you're basically looking at like 5
as they
minutes.
came into, no,
Yeah.
not at the point of when they're out in the street, when they were entering the Blue Water Inn.
Okay.
So I will cast
Noted.
that,
Concentrating on ritual casting.
and it's not ritual casting.
Oh.
I don't think. Am I wrong?
If you have a soul mastery?
No, it's a spell.
Oh, you're just casting it normally. I see.
There is no soul mastery for this.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of the occult feat. I'm so used to playing with Styrax, who has the occult feat that gives you detect magic and identify as soul mastery, as ritual.
But I'm not doing either of those. I'm doing soul aspect.
Yes, indeed you are.
Okay, good. Which is not.
No.
Uh,
No, you're right, you're right. Make me a vibe check then.
The vibing is coming. Woo!
Woo! Well,
Vibes
worried.
ahead. Vibes
Worried.
indeed.
You're still like that cold kind of fury starting to build within, and you're in control. Lucian seems to be half of humanoid. Marty is your shapeshifter, and Lyra is a Goliath.
What?
Ah, yes, absolutely. You found out my secret.
No, half
A
of
little Goliath.
humanoid. Make me, as you step into the room, make me an occult intelligence.
Who?
Me.
No, but the detect soul aspect.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Occult intelligence. Given.
Well, everybody that's around is who you suspect them to be. So,
Yeah, I need my old token, or you need to fix my token to have vision.
oh,
Me too.
well, it has vision on it. So,
But you night vision distance. Oh. Hmm.
like it is daylight in here.
So maybe it's not bright enough.
No, is our tokens assigned to our characters?
Yeah.
How
That's
can they not be assigned to your characters?
Because when you just drag a token on there, it could be anything. But if you open up, if you hit the token and go to the settings part of it, you have to associate the token with the character sheet, or Yeah, here it says non. Right there it says represents character. Needs to be
Oh.
Hamatia.
Well, okay, so this is different
fine.
from how normally it is.
What do you mean? That's how you do it.
And I never have to do this.
Really?
It just works when I pull out the
Well,
token.
do you?
Try and do it if you associate it to Hamatia, because it has to
You
be
can
linked
type
to a user.
H and it will take you to the H part.
Huh.
Welcome to Roll20 Lessons, where we take lessons in Roll20 because Roll20 is a dick. Oh, you skipped it, you skipped it.
You
Yeah,
passed it.
you
H, Bexxy.
H. It's
There you go.
alphabetical.
No,
Oh,
it
it's
was your
Nyx.
token.
Yeah, now I see. Now I see.
But is it your token or... no,
No,
but-
she was
No,
doing
no,
Nyx first.
actually, that
She was
was
doing Nyx
actually
first.
the actual wrong token.
Yeah! No, come back to me! No!
Yeah, I'm gonna add Nyx first, and I'm gonna change your words.
No,
Calm
Nyx is
down.
for my eyes! You don't
Well,
know
we
what
both have like abilities to shapeshift, so you know we just swap.
It's not easy being shapeshifting.
Okay, cool. So now I have the ability to. Oh God, what happened? Now you give me Hamatia.
But it's so weird. I have one of you clicked on, and then it tells it like, fuck.
Oh, yeah. I see from the stream you're clicking on me. Now that's me you're clicking on
Yes,
right now.
I know. I did it before. It was kind of
Okay,
weird.
now here to probably Hamatia. I don't remember like the name of the character, but true form I think. Yeah.
Yeah, true form.
I can say shit. And I can also move it around, so perhaps you should also save this token so that you don't have to repeat the process.
Yeah. But that's how you do it, Bexy. That's probably what was missing all along.
Yeah. And you were
Why?
blaming me for not refreshing.
But I never have to do that ever before.
I always had to do that.
Yeah, me too.
What?
So I don't
It's
know
not
like what
necessary. I
magical Roll20 gods you pray to.
No, I think you have to do that when you have a different token. Like when you're not using your main art as a token.
I don't know about that. I've always had to do it that way. But nevertheless, now we have learned.
Okay, there we go.
So now,
This-
yeah, I
This
can move the
was
token.
Lessons in Roll20, brought to you by...
Okay, so Nyx does the vibey feels and don't know shit.
Yep, exactly.
But just like, does it pick up any sort of remnants, or is that the?
That was the check to see if you
That was
did.
the check. Okay. I don't feel any residual energies around here. Everyone, well, this will last for 10 minutes. So the faster we move, the fewer spell slots I will need. So let's take a quick look around here. Maybe there's some, I don't know.
Okay,
Signs.
if it's Bella, we might look for residual powder. She likes lots of makeup, and if it's that's Ophalia, my apologies. No, that's Bella. And Ophalia likes insects. So if you find a bunch of filthy insects, then that would be.
So we're looking for powder or bugs
Pretty much, yeah.
in a tavern.
Yes. Okay.
We discover all bugs.
Matia is going to start sniffing around and looking around for her siblings' stench.
Stench?
Not really stench, but more like anything that would associate with her siblings.
Okay.
Like if there are any like obvious creepy crawlies that shouldn't be around here necessarily, or
Ophalia
like
was here.
tracks
I
of
will
like
allow you
dust
to
here
do
and there.
a perception intelligence to sniff. It will be an investigation cunning to try and find clues.
I will do the clues.
I will do the sniff.
And Illyria, you coming? Are you helping or are you doing
Julie's
your own
muted.
19.
thing? Julie's mute.
Yeah.
I'm a
Okay.
fucking idiot. I was drinking chocolate milk. I'm gonna help Nyx.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna help next. Okay, so I'll roll with it.
Yeah,
That's it.
sorry. I was like, what do you mean? Why is everybody like talking to me? I said I'm gonna help.
18 for next.
18 for Nyx and 19 for sniff.
19 for sniff, yes.
You do find a few brown hairs on the ground, Nyx. But looking at the length of it, you do put two and two together that they are Jessica's. Like in the middle of the room, just a couple of strands. Hermodia. Bella do enjoy a certain very flowery perfume. And you know your sisters well enough that there is definitely, even if she haven't been here in at least a couple of minutes, some of it still lingers.
My sister's filth is here. Bella Sunbane is our query. She will go to dark places. She hates the sun because it reminds her of how fucking ugly she is.
Okay,
Look.
Lucian,
Yes?
anything you can think of, wells, basements, cellars, bunkers, anything like that around here?
There are quite many wells. Most houses have some kind of cold cellar. The biggest space is, of course, underneath the old
Mattia
Knight's
is going to
Embrace.
send Saul towards Lucian and activate the light.
Okay. Soul goes whee, and Lucian is like, oh, right, an insect with light, interesting.
My apologies, it's a safety measure. You may continue.
All right. I'm not gonna ask too many questions. I trust you. The biggest seller is, of course, at the Knight's Embrace.
Right, but that's like a prison. That's like really large.
Indeed.
And we know that's not far from here, right?
Was
Like-
Jessica? Was it Midavoy where we drank?
Yeah, he was sitting there. He never said anything, though.
So we know we're coming. Oh no, maybe she's going back. Maybe they're preparing. Maybe we're wasting our fucking time again.
Maybe, but if she really doesn't like the sunlight and the sun is still up, maybe she'll be waiting till dusk. So we have a couple of hours maybe to find her before she escapes back home and tells your mother.
I see. Well, if she isn't really sensitive as a vampire to something, it's not like it's going to burn her. She just hates it.
Right, but you know, it's not like she could transform into something that can fly, right? She will still have to walk in the sunlight.
Yes.
And she generally is averse to walking in the sunlight.
Yes, she would much rather be in dark recesses.
And there's no tunnel structure here, Lucian. There's no sewer system that leads out to the edges of the city.
Cookie, she is definitely pale for a reason, but it's not like she gets sick by it, or that she, like a vampire, she cannot be in it.
Okay,
and
so
it is
what I'm-
raining and storming outside.
It's raining and storming.
Yeah.
So it's not even sunny.
No. Well, as sunny as can be.
It's almost. No, I won't really finding this environment.
No tunnels that I know of. I mean, the wells have a little bit of a system, but those paths should be far too small for anything for like a humanoid to go through.
And I don't know if she can shift into something else. She is like me. We can only change to humanoids.
No, Ham. Your family can polymorph.
Oh,
Also-
right. Fuck. Shit.
But you did. Maybe I didn't mention that, but they do have polymorph, and you've seen them sometimes.
Yeah. Well, reverse that. I can change to animals. So it makes sense.
I think we need to see her in the immediate vicinity. If you can smell her perfume, she must have just been here. We need to go outside and like see what we can see. Maybe my spell is still active. Maybe we can get the hit. It's got a fairly decent range, 12 meters or so from me. So let's just see what we can see. There's no point in staying here. There's nothing more here.
Right, let's move.
We leave it to like stumble down the stairs.
Soul is going to try and remember the smell because he does have advantage on perception checks of an smell.
True.
On smell, he does.
Yeah, he's a smelly bitch.
The antenna of moths are able to smell, and that's like mostly how they
Oh god.
navigate.
So we have sniff a bloodhound moth.
Soul, can you perhaps track this smell? Do you smell it? You know, this filthy perfume of my sister. You've smelled it before.
I'm on the case. I shall find it like a bloodhound.
Go, Soul. Go, my blood moth. Bring me blood, Ma. So I'm not kidding. I want blood. Do it.
Oh god, Jesus. Yeah, there it works.
Okay, so obviously Nyx is paying attention to soul aspects and reaching out to try and like see if there's any sort of the Fae, right? So he's like basically looking for Fae.
Yeah.
Yep.
Soul aspects.
Lol. No, as you run on down from the, you basically come down here, looking around in that 12 meters, all you can sense around is still the half-orc Yevgeny, the half-elf Soldar sitting inside there, still moping around.
It penetrates barriers, so
Yeah.
if there's like someone sneaky being inside stuff, it goes through wood and stuff.
Yeah,
So.
no, and then you have the four halbers outside that are just incredibly dim in your sight. They still like pop up like humanoid with slight fey, but incredibly dim in your sight.
Nothing here. I suggest we rush through the town. Maybe we can pick up the scent.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's move.
Okay.
Does Soul pick up something?
No, Sol does not. Make me everybody's perception composure.
Perception, composure to see how.
Everybody.
I don't feel very composed right now.
Sure.
I feel
It's
hella
very
composed.
hard to do this, so you can roll 3 times.
Perception, composure.
Never mind, Illyria is very composed.
You so sniffer.
Plus 2. Mattia is averagely composed. Does Soul roll 2?
Sure. Roll for
Okay,
Sol.
so if he's sniffing, it does roll with advantage. But he is not a composable creature. He's not composable. Not 20 on Soul!
Oh,
So sniffer.
okay.
Oh my god,
Interesting.
Soul means business!
Wow. Okay. Rethinking some stuff.
Yes!
Okay. So, as Lucian calls for you, as you like basically march away from him, like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to stay? He like starts wondering what to do. Illyria, you stop in your tracks to look at one of the halbers. They are staring up, and out into the sky, looking basically this direction. And most people don't care about what halibers are doing or think that they're strange, and sometimes they can indeed stare out and basically do nothing and still exist. But the way this haliber is staring makes you pause. They saw something. At the same time, Sol goes flying up in the air, Hamartia, above you, and goes,
It's in the air! It's in the air! I can smell it!
I look up. See what I can see.
Rain immediately pelts down into your face.
I see water.
And
Go.
mist.
Valfar in rain, can
I
it?
think that guy saw something.
Yes,
This
it's
direction.
so totally it's in the air. So they must have blown away. We can perhaps catch them up.
Well, I can't fly.
No, but in this rain, I don't think they can fly too well as well.
Nick, can Nick see the hover that's looking up?
Yeah, but Illyria pointed them out.
And Nick goes like, "What did you see? What was it? What did you see?"
Like stares down on you, and with kind of a little bit of a vacant expression.
I make God, I'm gonna play charades with this guy. Like flaps his Nick's like flaps his arms like question mark, like trying to say like, what is it? Was it the flap flap? Was it the chirp chirp? Was it the squeak squeak? What is it, boy? Come on, boy. Let's go.
Biggest bird that I have ever seen. Not black like the ones usually around. Well, now gone. Flew up and away from a window.
Well, we know it's which direction?
He points, and he points towards the east.
East. My home is in the east. Fuck! Let's go!
Let's go.
Are you gonna go on foot?
I think we're gonna grab the horse and go.
Yeah.
Well, you would know how far your house is from here.
It's a day's walk.
A day's walk.
Approximately.
A bit more than a day.
And is there like a road that we can take with the horses?
Yeah, I mean, let's go to the map. Hamartia has per her dealings with Nyx have made a marking on the map.
And Hamartia knows the way there perfectly well.
And as far as okay, we're like here in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like 10 hours away via walking, right? This is walking.
Yeah, it's the same speed with the horses. They can just travel for 10 hours instead of 8 hours.
Okay.
And what about if we flew? Is it half? Is it like a quarter of the time?
Well, it depends upon the speed of your fly.
A big old eagle?
Well, you are also a little bit worried about the weather. And it's 3 o'clock right now.
No, I get that, but it's more like if was it Ophelia?
Bella.
Is going
Bella.
Bella is going that way, and she has to presumably stop as well. Like, can we catch up? Can we? I don't know. I'm just thinking,
Maybe.
like, can we intercept her if you were to conjure birds, dusk and dawn?
I
At least-
think we might be able. Only a few minutes. It's only been a few minutes.
I know. We're just like stopping time and just talking about it. Like, if
Yeah.
I know
If
it's
I
like
Dusk and Dawn are fucking fast.
I know, they're giant eagles. They're super fast, but like maybe she turned into a giant eagle or something as well. But
I don't think she can turn into animals. I don't like fucking giant fucking eagles, from what I know.
well, you said that was the largest bird that they've ever seen, so I don't know if that's the case. But either way, I was wondering if we just missed her. Maybe if Dusk and Dawn are super fast, if we can catch up to her, if we know the direction that she's going. Maybe there'll be a break in the clouds. Maybe we see her. Maybe we catch up to her. I don't know. But like, if we walk it, if we take the cart, there won't be any chance of that happening.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to like just immediately summon and we just like see ya. Bye.
I think Ham wants to summon and pursue.
So we have to self illusion, keep the others protected, and wait for Aspera and use her spooky senses.
By the way, some still have the scent.
Okay, we're moving. Let's go. And Martia will summon Dusk and Dawn using conjure animals.
Alright.
Soul check. Please be good. Fuck!
You're so excited about this.
We have to like take 4 of us as well. So like 1 in the claws, 1 on the back.
You can fit 2 people there, I think. But
I was about to say why 4 because I forgot that Iris existed momentarily.
Yeah. He's small boy.
Don't worry about me. I'm just
still
trying not
whatever
to
one
be seen.
souls me.
Whatever you want to do, I follow you. I'm just trying not to be seen.
Well, try not to be seen in the clasp of Dawn here. And Nyx will like jump on the back of...
He will bring with him kind of like this, just a cloth from back of the wagon and kind of like pull it over himself.
Groovy.
So like a sheet of cloth, like a ghost on the back of Dawn.
Jesus.
Flying through the air as it goes.
With a beautiful waterfall insignia on it.
You want any rugs? Carpets?
Okay. So you summon Dusk and Dawn. In your excitement, you completely forgot to concentrate on the soul. They squeak at you like with more gusto than usual. They're seemingly mirroring how you're feeling inside Hamartia. Soul is already like circling back and forth, like screaming in your head, "Hurry, hurry! Where's some elusive? I'm on the trail. I'm a bloodhound."
My goodness. Dawn's gonna have like a soul on her beak. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like little antennas going this way, that way, this way.
Yeah, basically.
You
Like all of
hear-
the wings and antennas are basically like pulled backwards just because of the speed. Like holding
called
on for dear
GPS.
life.
Yay, soul GPS, let's go!
Yes, you see Hamartia super focused with just the biggest of grins. Her teeth like rows of teeth, like sharp almost.
And you say your like final words to Father Lucian, who was look a little bit taken aback what is happening, telling him to tell Aspera what is happening right now, and don't to worry, I'm like protect the rest. And you, with mighty leaps, you take flight up in the air. It's so wet and so cold and so much wind, but you're still feeling that motivation of like it's now or never. And so you decide to weather the storm. You start increasing your altitude further and further until you're like at a nice cruising height above Barovia.
I see
1,000 feet. Make sure your seat backs are in their upright position.
Okay, time to
Do
take on the
not pull the
facts.
feathers; it will anger the birds. You crest over the the square of Alaki, where there's a lot of memories that seems mostly rebuilt, and the stocks and the gallows have been taken away, and instead you can see through the haze of the rain a few halbers working on a 5-meter tall stone statue of Strahd von Zarovich in the middle of the square.
Oh god.
Continue on. You start to leave Vallaki behind. You start to see the Arasek stockyard, coming into view. There are several small ants there on the ground moving about, and then suddenly Soul says in your head, "Swoop down! Swoop down!"
What?
Swoop down.
Down in a
Low.
spiral pattern.
Oh, spiral down, swoop down.
Swoop down, everyone! Swoop down! She commands the birds.
Get swooped.
You start like spiraling downwards, and you start like hovering in basically in the western area of Arasek Stockyard. You see now underneath you, the coffee maker's shop is gone. But you heard that from the burgomaster that it was torn apart after you gave your witness statement in the courtroom after your nightly escapades within it. So the coffee maker's shop was completely dismantled, and instead now here there's this very rudimentary kind of square wooden barn with it looks pretty sturdy, but it's not decorated at all, or doesn't have any signs or what is going on inside there. But standing in it's exactly where the coffee makers used to be, and Soul tells you to land on the ceiling.
We land.
Get a Santa Claus this bitch.
You land on the ceiling, and Soul starts like circling around in the air a bit. The ceiling creaks a little bit underneath you, but there's so much rain around that most sounds get drowned out a little bit. So far you seem to be unnoticed in the haze of the rain, and Soul travels continues like east towards basically the edge of the building, and then he looks down onto the ground below, and then looks up to Hamartia.
It goes downwards.
What did you say?
It's more downwards this way.
Okay, over here. And Hamartia points and then begins to stalk.
Next we'll reach out with his it would still probably be there. It's only about a minute to get there.
Yeah, you're like two. Yeah, one 2 minutes.
So like he'll like reach out to see if he can detect the location or the direction of any Fey aspects.
You don't sense a Fey presence, but what alarms you is that you sense an undead one.
I kind of knew that.
And as you swoop down with the birds to kind of take ground in front of this new barn, there's these big double doors that do not open, but instead like are pushed back, just like a barn on hinges. So they like move to the sides, and it's the doors are not like normal story height, but like higher. So it definitely feels some kind of like industry kind of space. Something large can move past these doors. And standing there outside in the rain with a simple coat is a very stoic looking, deathly pale vampire that you saw recently. I need to go here. I need to go there. There. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is that?
That's one that was with Anastasia?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is definitely the biggest and the bulkiest of the whole group, and he kind of has his hands like over his chest in a cross. And he looks very grumpy underneath the cowl as he stares at you silently.
So, are you sure this is the direction?
Yes, it is. It went through that snack of a man.
Well, so says Bella is for this. Next day on to this.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
So says that Bella went for here.
Mm. It ends here.
It does not, does it? Does it end here, so?
I don't know. He just goes through those doors.
Of course, the doors.
I'm going
And
for the
this-
door. Hello, sir. We mean you no harm.
It raise of an eyebrow, and then there's a quick, respectful nod towards Illyria.
Is there a chance that we can? We need to get inside. We're on the trail of a someone we must find. Can we pass by, please?
There's a narrowing of the eyes, furrow
Please do let us pass.
of the brow, and then like a slow shake of a head.
I'm sorry, we absolutely must get in through those doors, so you can either stand aside, or you will have to answer to Strahd because you have refused his lady access. It's your call, but one way or another, we have to get inside.
Difficult. Very difficult. The ally of the Night Apostle, Bella Sunbane, awoke the tendons of the contract, respected by the Lord and the Master Strahd von Sarovich. She asked protection, and so her retreat route is protected for a day, according to the rules of the contract. However, I have also been ordered to follow any and all orders uttered by the Lady Illyria, and to show her the utmost hospitality. Permission from the Count. Necessary. This case, I believe.
Sorry, there's no time to ask the Count, and he's very busy. I would assume that Lady Illyria, after all, is his betrothed, is going to be a little bit more superseding than just someone who's claiming some sort of protection.
Look, I'm also a daughter of the Night Apostle, and I need to take this route.
You have been written out of the contract.
Dang.
That makes sense. Oh.
I'm sorry if this news haven't reached you before, but
Fine, fine. It's good news. Thank you so much.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
I say we take this guy down.
Me too.
That's gonna get us in trouble.
Oh, it didn't deep shit.
I am duty bound and supernaturally bound to die. If that is the case, then go ahead. Strike me down. I have done nothing wrong.
Are you okay?
What do you want? I mean, okay, you're standing here sulking, but what do you want? What is it that you want? Except being muddy in the rain and protecting the shit stain of a person.
That's a bit uncalled for.
No, you're doing your job fine. You're not the shit stain of a person. I was speaking about my dear Bella.
She seems to have a sunny personality.
I wouldn't call it that, but whatever. What do you want?
I'm sorry if I am unable to express sarcasm anymore.
Can we not kill him? I like him.
Apology accepted.
Well, we have to get in there, and if it means alleviating you of your issues, and will you prevent us from opening the door? Or are you just standing here? Are you just telling us this is what you're doing? If we walk inside, are you just going to stand there?
I will have to make a show of it.
A show? Oh, no,
Yeah.
please don't. You're so strong, Mr. Vampire. Oh, you're so strong. You're preventing us. Oh, but, you know...
Again, I hate these rules given to me because they all contradict each other right now. How am I supposed to try by all my might to defend these doors when I cannot even touch Lady Lyria?
Nyx, like, stands behind
Lyria
Lyria.
just walks over, opens the door, stands in front of it, and lets the others run through.
I mean this with the deepest and sincerest of love. I hate you.
I love you too, buddy.
Hey, listen, no one needs to know. You know, you got knocked out. It's fine.
You're the strongest I've ever seen. I feel it.
I almost died twice fighting you.
We're just very, very slippery.
Yes,
If-
look at my slippery self.
The Count, or worse, Anastasia asks, please indeed say that I did my best. Without
You did.
touch.
You did your best. We're proud of you,
Lady
buddy.
Lyria. Well, at least someone is.
Hamatia is going to take off part of her robe to reveal her shoulder, and she shows like a gaping, slashing scar, and she points at it and says, "You see this? You did this to me trying to defend her."
It would be deeper if I did it, honestly, but it
Hamatia
will
will
do.
use her shape-shifting powers to deepen the scar.
That's more like it.
Nyx grabs out of his pocket one of the white quartz necklace that he took from one of the druids. It's like shiny and catches. Well, there's no light, and it says, "You grabbed this from my neck whilst I was fleeing," and he like tosses it towards him.
Oh, sweet souvenir.
Squidward.
We duck in.
Yeah, we move, we run, we're gonna kill my.
What is one to do?
Have fun.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Deuces.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Bexxy, can we give you inspiration? Can we give you inspiration?
Sure. Give me inspiration.
That's a
See what
negative
happens.
inspiration to us.
Yeah.
Your laughter is good enough for me. Sure. Immediately, what you see when you step in is like crates, bearing the Sarovich insignia, a few barrels, a few like open shelves stacked with like food stuff that is probably going to be picked up at some point to be delivered wherever. And kind of in the middle of the room, like there's just open air in here, just so much empty space. And then in the middle of the room, but like a little bit in the back, in the middle of the second half of the room, there is a dark red pulsating teleportation circle on the ground.
God damn it. Do I sense any spoopiness with the aspects?
No. Except for the Goliath vampire spawn behind you. You never asked his name, a little bit sad.
Sorry, was it Sunny? The way the teleportation circles work, you have to know the incantation, or you have to know the other side, or are you saying that it's still active, that anyone can jump in?
It seems active indeed. You do remember the teleportation circle in Kresk in the snow, just outside, inside the in the wilderness, just outside of the walls.
Nix took even like he put it in his book. He detailed all the runes.
True. It's almost exactly the same as that.
One giant leap to chase. We might be in the lion's mouth.
No. Very now, just now.
We have to follow them.
Oh god, I wasn't prepared. Bring up the map. Find the map in the archives. Archives.
Wait, this is
We
the
can
same.
probably
Wait,
do this
okay.
next session if it's like a hassle.
Yeah, I mean,
One-
we can
one
go on
second.
a little bit further. Yeah.
Does Nix know, given his understanding of like dealing with Victor and his teleportation circle, like he got all the notes from that, and also seen the one in near Kresk, is he like from an like a magical perspective aware that it's a point A to point B address kind of like Stargate thing, where you have like depending on the runes that you write, it goes to one specific address? Or is it more like they are the same runes, but it's depending on how you conjure it, that you can say where it goes to someplace else?
Neither of them. As you actually studied this and took some time to study the teleportation circle in Victor's attic, his was fluid, like you're supposed to put in an address. These are fixed. There's only one address.
That's Ravenloft.
And that's Castle Ravenloft.
She went to Ravenloft?
She is in the Ravenloft, and this teleportation circle, if I'm right by matching it with what I took in my notebook, this will go to the castle.
Well, perhaps then
Can't go to the castle.
We are not wanting to go to the castle.
So that means they are missing one person.
Amartia, make me an intelligence check with advantage.
Okay. I think I know where you're digging at, but I'll do your mayor. How do I say? It's 1d20 plus 2, and then what do I write?
2d20.
2d20 plus 4.
KH1 and then plus your modifier.
KH1 plus 4.
What is wrong with you?
I'm on the fucking wall perspective!
Yeah!
You know, you were never allowed to do so. but you know that Morgantha had a way to travel back and forth from the manor to the castle almost instantaneously for whatever business she had at the castle.
So that's how she did it. We will find a similar circle probably back in my house.
So, what do we do?
I didn't expect one to be here. Fucking clever bitches.
So all circles lead to the castle.
Yes, she will have a circle there as well that can take us directly to the castle.
And then that means though that... Wait, how did they get back?
Back where? She can just take this to the castle and then back to the manor.
I'm going to assume you can,
Which means we've lost her. Should have seen it. I should never have exposed myself. I gave away our advantage.
It's alright. Well, we can't really go to Ravenloft.
No, we can't. That would be dumb, and I'm not dumb enough to do it, even if I want to flay her.
Let's head back, apologize to our friend?
Yes, let's go and apologize for him. We should have seen this coming. We should have checked everyone. We were lax. We were lax against these monstrosities.
Time is still of the essence.
We see.
And if you're...
We check. Every... Okay, you go ahead. My apologies.
Time is still of the essence. If they still have to, if she has to go to the castle and come back, it's still quick, but we can still make up some time if we fly. The alternative is if we go to the castle and we hope upon hope that we can somehow get out of the castle. But even if we were to do that and suddenly arrive at your mother's home, we would not be prepared. We can't just jump in.
I know. I'm not suggesting we jump in. I'm suggesting that we move fast so that whatever tricks they might conjure up, they won't have much time to do so.
Let's get going then.
We still have the birds. Let's move as far as we can with the birds eastward towards your home.
Yes.
And make camp on the outside if we can get that far.
Yes, let's do so.
The element of surprise is gone.
That just means we'll have to fight harder.
That means we need to fight smarter. We can't trust anyone who is not us. Okay?
As somebody who has lived outside for 4 years, I haven't experienced how nice it was to have like a bedroll and share a tent. Could we pick those things up, perhaps? Considering
the element of surprise is gone anyway. So I guess.
There's
I
our
mean,
children.
Do we have enough? I mean, I guess we could just cozy up a little.
It would be dumb if we get all sick before confronting them. That's true enough.
If I have learned a thing or two from my father, it's definitely a sinking sensation that this storm or this rain will last for a while, at least fine to deny it.
Then let's get you a tent and a bedroll and fly the fuck.
Yes.
Pick up our tent from the wagon and take another visit to the what was it? The dusk lantern.
Yes.
I can pay for myself this time. No, don't worry.
Okay,
I
let's
need
move
somebody
on.
to
Let's
go
stop
in
wasting
and
our
pick it up.
fucking time. We're on a ticking clock, and there are people who need flaying. Let's move.
Sometimes you scare me, but I really do love you, Hamartia.
Thank
Let's
you.
go.
My apologies. I'm just a little bit livid at the moment.
As
So you're like, yeah.
as you walk
Maybe
on
so.
out with your birdies, the Goliath vampire spawn, like his shoulders like droop a little bit. Well, that's a nice change.
It's been so too bad. We were in hot pursuit, but you stopped us so heroically. Oh man, you saved Bella. Good for you, man. Good for you.
It's absolutely the weight of my words. I can be so persuasive.
Yes, you are really persuasive.
I do wish you more pleasant days.
At least this is a
Thank
change
you.
of environment. It's nice to see the sky.
Okay, that's the saddest thing I've had today. Let's move.
Okay.
And you know it's bad when Hamardia says it's sad.
Yeah.
Goodbye. People
Had a
who
torturous childhood, but dang.
still do
Yeah,
not know
like,
my name.
damn, dude, that's sad. I was abused by my whole family, but that's sad.
At least it's not raining, right?
And they
Cool.
don't even know my name. That's not like it's
What's your name,
important anyway.
buddy?
Hey, what's your name? Yes, we forgot about it. I'm just.
What's your name, man?
We're just preoccupied with murdering my family. What's your name?
That's nice. Somebody asking. Xandret. Xandret is the name.
Xandret.
Xander.
Sandra. I'll make sure to let your boss know you did an awesome job.
Good job, Xander. Good
Don't-
job, man.
Lay it on too thick. Being in his attention or her attention is not good either. You better not. Just don't talk about it. That would be very
Okay,
cruel
we're
of
not
you.
going to talk about this. It's our
Okay.
secret.
Good.
We've never been here.
Next time, we meet each other for the first time. Would that be
Exactly.
cool? Good.
Okay,
That's
you
cool.
go
Enjoy the
first.
jam.
I don't even know who you are. Let's move. So sad. I had a thing going. I had a murderous bloodlust, but now I just feel like shit.
It is pretty sad, yeah. You know it's sad if you say it's sad. No
Yeah.
offense, Amartya.
No. That's absolutely in place. That's absolutely right. I mean, I've never seen someone so. I don't want to say soulless. It feels kind of biased towards undead, but. How do you enjoy life so little? Even I didn't manage it.
I don't know, maybe, I mean, we're talking about Anastasia here.
Wait, that was Anastasia? Is she like the bitch from?
Who we met in the...
Yeah, one of his wives, and she's like all jealous and like, oh, you'll never be enough for him, and yada yada yada.
Ah, yeah. The one with the raven hair, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hope we get to kill her someday.
Actually, the both of them were in on like the girl spilling the wine on my shirt, I think.
Yeah, both Valenta and Anastasia was behind that.
Wait, that's was their way of embarrassing you, spilling wine.
They're so petty, it's not even funny.
That's not how you embarrass someone. You just break their will. You should ask my sisters how to do it after, of course, we flay them alive. Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't think they're actually allowed to harm me.
But you can still hurt you with words. It's not so hard.
She kind of like thinks back to her fake dad in the dungeon for a moment. It's like, yeah, no.
I don't mean it's easy to insult you. I would never want to insult you, Leah. on purpose.
You have insulted me on accident before, don't worry about it.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's just that, you know, if you want to embarrass someone, there are better ways to do it, you see? That's why
I've been insulted plenty, it's fine.
That's what I despise about vampires. They're all power and might. They don't have the finesse to actually break someone.
Marc, you do realize I have a vampire soul, right?
But you don't have... What does that even mean, a vampire soul? You're not a vampire. Look at you, and she's going to touch your neck. You're warm, right?
I mean,
You're
she
fine.
is warm, but you could swear maybe it's the rain, but she feels a little cooler.
That's a bit weird. But it doesn't matter, you still have...
She also has been looking a little pale lately.
You have a good heart, and you probably need more sunlight. You know, it's just, being pale is mostly a Barovian thing. You've been with Nyx all this time, and he's purple. You can't see if he's pale or not. Look at
Marnia, I
me!
really appreciate you. Let's get Iris a bedroll.
Yes, let's go bedroll, let's kill my family. Let's move.
What's it about purple people? Who are you calling purple people?
You quickly enter again with a slight supply shop with Arius' money. Arius does not elect to go in. He's hiding behind a corner in his sheet.
Does he like go into the store wearing the sheet like a ghost?
No. He stays out of. No,
I am the
actually,
ghost
he
of the
would prefer
crossbow
to remain in the air, like underneath the sheet. Is where he feels most comfortable. Let's calculate it later. There's a tent. There's a bedroll put into his backpack and a blanket. I think he would appreciate. Anything, and then you swoop on by the Blue Water Inn Rind to pick up what you can carry or put it inside of the bag of mini holding. Your own supply stuff. You calm Lucian down. Asphodite is still not back. She's still over at Gillian Lofty's apparently. And you make sure that Jessica is safe, and there doesn't seem to be any like residue other than his scalp is stinging a little bit from having his hair pulled out. You say your goodbyes again, a little bit more calm this time.
I mentioned to Father Lucian because of how Nyx knows that the compulsion of dreams can lead to more children leaving, that he set up because of Kelvin. That he ensures that the children are at least tied together or something like this. Not like, fastened, but like they have a little chain of rope so like he can be aware at the point of when he's sleeping or they're sleeping, that they're not leaving on their own. Some sort of thing.
Are you advocating for tying up children?
Not tying them up, but more like, putting them on a leash.
So only Jessica for now, or do you think that all children in Wallachia should do this?
All children!
All the children!
All the children wear leashes from now on. In Wallachia.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes you just need to put children on the leash.
Or with a bell on it as well, like...
I saw a mother in London with
I
an actual leash and an actual
on a
child.
stream, by the way.
There needs to be more jingles, because goddamn that
The next
shopkeeper
step
needs
is a
some
shock collar.
noise.
Let's go.
Basically, to keep the children, like, whatever fashionable object
Lucian
that you
says
want.
he won't really. He will take this under consideration with Jessica and like try to keep track on him that way.
Or, like,
thanking you for the concern. If there's ever a moment where the dreams, but he says he will bring it up to Lady Wachter, but his standing in the community is not what it used to be.
Or like maybe around the ankle or something, like tie them to the bed or whatever it is. But it's dangerous here, and more children are becoming pies and whatnot.
Okay. He will say he will try to bring it up to Lady Wachter.
But the children that he takes care of, tie them.
There's basically no children anymore because all of them were taken.
Yep.
Just Jeska, right?
Yeah, you just have Jessica now. And Millavoy, but now Willimoy is gone too.
But it wasn't. Yeah, exactly. So keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Yeah.
You're only
You
one
need to
left.
find-
Protect one. Yeah, exactly. It's still not a
One
total
child
loss.
rules them all.
Oh god.
You're the chosen one. You were supposed to bring balance to the pies.
Okay. Alright. he takes it seriously. And despite everything.
Yeah, it's serious business.
And do you leave for a second time?
We do.
Who is sitting on who and with whom?
I think Ham will be on top of Dusk with who wants to be bottom.
Arius.
Oh man, don't say it like that.
Arius will be bottom, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he's at total bottom. And I guess Illyria and Nyx on the other one.
Alright. Yeah, you can basically travel in 8 hours. It's going to get dark and rainy at the same time.
I don't think we want to.
We'll go as long as
Like,
it's safe.
dusk lands around 7 o'clock now in the autumn. And it's 3 o'clock right now. Well, 3:30 considering what we've been doing. So...
Yeah, but they last for an hour, so
Oh, okay. So
it's
you
like 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah, we
Alright.
can't fly the whole time, so it's just as long for as far as the birds can take us,
Okay,
because we have to go the rest of the way on foot,
okay.
unless you want to resummon them. But
I don't think so. I'm running very low on souls.
Yeah, I get it. Alright, so, with speed, you leave Vallaki behind with less fanfare than before, and almost the fastest you've ever done. Leaving behind the mean girl Anastasia, the sad Sandret, the worried Lucian, Danica, who's having a serious conversation with her family, discussing what to do. And Lady Fiona's government and everything that is going on over there. You put it Xan with the X. I think I wrote
No,
it up
but
there.
it. Yeah,
It's
but it's
sad.
Oh, God. I get it now. You put it all to the back of your mind. You have more important things to do. It's not really conducive to talk on these things because you're so far up in the air with cold winds hitting randomly from different directions, like picking up in speed suddenly, like these gusts that come from below, from above, from all the sides of the compass, and so it makes actually the flying quite precarious. But dusk and dawn has to slow down a little bit to make it safe, and you go as hard as you dare to go. When you do finally land back on the main road of the Swallows Road, you're actually pretty happy to touch ground again, because your stomach had gotten a little bit upset from spending so much time in that kind of turbulence. And dusk and dawn, seconds after touching down, disappears in a poof of wind and a few leaves that kind of dance with the wind.
okay.
Well, we should make camp, probably. And be extra watchful tonight.
Right now it's like 4:15-ish. You
Obviously, so.
can walk for at least 2-3 hours.
Right, maybe 2-3 hours. Maybe earlier, so we can actually get off the road and find a place that is somewhat secluded, rather than just sleeping on the side of the road.
Yeah. That sounds wise.
All right, doable.
Yeah.
You don't think it is possible, but the rain actually picks up in might, becoming a torrential onslaught. And that strong breeze, even down here among the trees, they are not enough to save you from their sudden and random violent spurts. And it's cold. The rain is cold. It definitely feels more of a winter rain than a summer one. Even your heavy coats, after all of that flying as well, you're drenched and chilled to your core. And at the same time, the rain has worked its magic on the mud of the Swanish road now for hours, hydrating it to the point that it becomes a muddy mire. It becomes, at some points, pretty tricky to navigate safely without getting your feet 10 centimeters underneath a very cold and muddy puddle. But you find your way eventually around using stones and roots that gets exposed, and walking around a lot of these more drenched areas to get on your way. But needless to say, you're very muddy and very much in a foul mood. Is there anything you want to talk about, or is it just a focus on getting there and then camp?
Ham is silent more than anything as of now. She seems to retreat a little bit back to herself after the violent display.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Nyx is more like thinking about like what they saw as they flew over Vallaki and how things have changed, and the fact that there's a lot of focus on Barovia village and building that up. And I guess he's got a very pensive look on his face as he's trying to figure out the connecting dots about like what the hell Strahd is up to. But at the same time knowing that each step that he takes and trudges through this mud, he does so with determination, as that fire within him starts to burn a little bit more so than it has for a while, as each step is closer to vengeance. Each step is, paying back what was taken.
Nyx.
Hmm?
I have a request for you.
Okay. I don't have an umbrella, sorry.
No, I didn't need an umbrella. I don't have any right to ask you this, but if you can you try and... it sounds pretty stupid, but I want to be the one to end my sisters.
Of course, I'm aware that what they have done to you is years of torment and pain, and what they've done to me, albeit painful, wasn't continuous.
What they did to you was just as bad. And I'm not here to compare who they fucked over more. We're just two people that have the power to do something about it.
Well, then when the time comes, you don't hold back.
Oh no. No. I'm just going to repay them the little smidge of what they've done to me.
I won't take that from you, if I can help it. Who knows what's going to happen, but if there's a possibility that there is a choice to be had, they're all yours. I don't want them. I want to... I want Calvin to be avenged. I won't lie though, and there is a fire burning in my belly that I thought was calmed.
I don't think it can be calmed. Maybe it calmed with me. But Nick, they don't deserve your mercy. They don't deserve any mercy. Killing them is a mercy. They are spiteful, hateful creatures, but know nothing but the pleasure of inflicting pain on others in their heart. Killing them is a mercy they do not deserve. Is a necessity that we must do in order to protect other people. You want revenge on them. You keep them alive. You make them suffer. You kill them slowly for days upon days upon days. So if they're just a smidge of what they've done.
In this moment,
Yeah.
Nyx looks at Hamatia with a curious look to wonder whether or not she's overselling this. Is Hamatia taking them to do the dirty work knowing what will happen? As in, like, I know I can't read all of that, but does it sound like to me like, because he's an entertainer, he knows what overacting is to try and sell something. And he looks at Hamatia just with the side of his eye, like saying, wait, is this all been the long con?
Okay, let's see. Is this a twist?
Do you want to do an empathy composure to see what you can read?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll something?
Well, so here how it works between characters, right? Depending upon what he rolls, you can then decide to tell him what he sees, you know, deciding upon your own DV in your hand, or you can do a counter roll, choosing whatever you want to choose.
Okay, go ahead, roll. Let's see
I
what you
rolled.
get.
Yeah?
22. Okay, 22. With a 22, what you see? Oh, it's weird. It's a bit of both. It doesn't sound like she's trying to convince you, but more so that she's trying to convince herself. It doesn't sound like the words are aimed towards you. They're out there in the air. She's not really making eye contact with you when she's saying this. You see, mostly pain coated as hatred, more than anything else. Like someone trying to hype himself.
That makes sense. But if it had been the other thing, I would have.
What do you mean the long con? Like whether she is just leading you to your deaths?
No. Like this whole thing is like you're getting the party to end your family so you can get power and take the place of Morgantha at the court of Strahd. That would have been sick. That would have been so fucking cool.
That would have been sick, but I don't think I could have justified it depending on.
I don't know. Bexxy's the GM. You can never justify it. You can always justify it.
What? That's supposed to be.
You can always backstab the party after, like, 4 months of playing with them.
It's been more than a year, Nick.
That's a long con.
Yeah, Nyx like sort of like looks to the side and sees Hamartia is not selling it to him anymore, but selling it to herself as like this opportunity has been a long time coming, and it doesn't matter what Nyx says at this point. It's more like how she feels. Says it's been not such a long time since I met you for the first time, Hamartia, and we've come a long way. We have had our journey together until this point where we walk together in the mud, side by side, with a shared goal of brutally murdering your family. I didn't expect that to be the case when I first met you, I'd admit. Honestly, the moment I met you and we signed that pact, I was looking for every opportunity to murder you in your sleep.
Makes sense.
I don't know how things are going to play out. I know that your family is strong, and we are but 4 people. Yes, we are strong enough too, but if it comes down to it, we have to run. I wonder whether or not you would allow yourself to back out, to live, just so that you can fight again later. Or will your bloodlust take you? Because that is the question I am asking myself right now.
You didn't know, Nyx. It feels like this is it, right? It feels like I've let so many children die to become that abomination of sustenance. If I let them continue doing this, what point is there? How can I live with this? How? It's either them or me, Nyx. You have things to live for. You have things. We cherish you and you cherish them. When I think about it, funnily enough, me too. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to live to fight another day far away. Or I'll end up like Irius over there. I have no clue. But there's only one way to find out and one path forward. And I'm going to take it. I hope that answer satisfies you, Nyx. You've been a good friend.
Have I told you you are brave, Hamartia?
Thank you.
My family or people, the Vestani, I can easily leave them and they won't hunt me down. They didn't torture me throughout my childhood, physically. But for you to return, to go through with your goal of passing judgment on them, not many people could do that. Not many people could own up to the mistakes that they have made or been a part of and seek to end
and make good their past. I'm a little along that road, but you are much farther on it. I hope you survive.
You know, whether I live or die tomorrow, I believe I'll find peace. Being brave, well, that's not something I'm used to be. I think I got it from the three of you, to be completely honest. You know, it's kind of contagious being around you and Illyria and even Irius. It's hard not to be brave. And just look at you with your balls of steel. And I know what balls are now because of you. I think it's been a pretty good turn of events, all things considered.
I don't have balls.
Nick's kind of like cracks a smile a little bit, and says, "You've grown a lot."
Thank you. There is another matter that I wish to discuss when we make camp, but it will have to wait for everyone. It's not only for you and I.
But I imagine we have to do it sooner rather than later. I do not want to be caught by... Well, this is your home area. This is your ground, your hunting area. Maybe you know of a place to hide. A hollow under a tree, a cave that is only known by you, someplace your sisters and mother won't immediately know where to find us.
Bexxy, I believe Hamatia would have several refuges like that.
Yeah, you know the ground around here because you're in Morganza's territory now, so you do know the forest intimately. So yeah, I will allow it.
Yeah, I know a place. It's really nice. It's a cave near a big tree. It's where...
Then take us there.
Very well. It's only a little bit of walking from here, I believe. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm leading them there.
Okay, it is. You take them into the forest after a bit of moving down the road. It's like a 20-minute trek into the forest. You're a little bit worried, just trusting Hamartia with this, but it feels like you're just walking randomly somewhere. And indeed, it is like an old maple tree, and beside it, there is this rather, like there's several boulders around, and there's this old bear hollow that has been hollowed out to like allow even further space within. It's going to be cramped, but it's doable.
Who needs tents?
Yes, welcome to my safety hole. It's been a while since we've been here.
You know what? I mean, I can appreciate needing a space to just hide out.
Yes. I usually don't leave things here so that my sisters would not know that I'm actually using it, so it would be just another cave. It's seen me through many rough nights and many tough days as well. So make yourself at home.
I'll try to get as comfortable as possible in your hole as I can.
Thank you.
Don't say it like that. Don't thank him for Hamartia. I love you, but we gotta talk about like.
What do you mean? What did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong?
You didn't do anything wrong. What Nick said just sounded very, very wrong, but you couldn't know that.
How sound wrong? I don't understand.
He's gonna
Anyway,
make himself
let's go
comfortable
inside
in your hole.
of the hollow, please, and get out of his brain. So serious.
I don't get it. It is my hole over there. I have to be more clear than that, but I... Oh, that... Okay, I get it. Okay, really funny, Nick. Really funny. Got me.
Quite
Good
a
on you.
big damn hole we got here.
And it's raining, so it's a little damp.
Really funny. You got me. Haha. Just good. We didn't know what a dick was. Yeah.
Anyway, you go into the hollow. There is sadly no space to make a campfire. Not necessarily because of like you're safe from the rain. That's not the problem. But the ceiling is too low for the smoke to escape comfortably, and you don't want to asphyxiate in your sleep. Or I assume so. So dinner is a pretty cold and damp affair as you share some cold dinner. Maybe some prestidigitation could warm it up a little bit at least.
Nobody has prestidigitation.
Oh no!
Unless Arius does. I don't know if he does.
He might actually.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
The stormlight.
Navigate to areas. Okay, I will find out later. For now, for this evening, he does not.
Okay.
I did not copy his full sheet. I only took like his combat stats. For
This is something that I've been thinking about for
evil
a while.
areas.
Given like Yenny's computer failing, sometimes Judy's somewhere else. I think everyone should send Bexxy the current version
I'll do
for
it now.
backup.
Please.
I'm doing it.
Whenever you like gain a level or something changes.
Yeah, I'll send you now.
I'll transfer mine on the new sheet,
Oh wait, that's
and
not.
then I'll send it to you.
Wait, I sent you the regular ass character sheet. Okay, here's the real shit. There you go.
Anyway,
Thank you.
It's
so I'm fine with stopping here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have time?
Unless you want to keep on going, Bexy. But it's
Yeah.
okay if Ham
I
wants
mean,
a conversation.
We could
Well-
have Nyx and Illyria steal away and do the thing.
Do the, okay, sure. Sorry, I
That
just like,
sounded very wrong when I said it like that.
we'll
Will
leave
you
the
do that
comfort of Amatio's
before-
hole.
Will you do it before bed?
I mean, we can do it. Right
Like
now.
I mean, I have some stuff.
Okay.
But out there is. But if you think that this will be a good moment, I mean, it's pretty damp and cold outside. Are you sure you want to leave the safety
Yeah, no.
of
We're gonna
hole?
stay in Mardia's hole.
I just need to reset my my mouse. 1 second.
To get warm and cozy in
I
her
think we
hole.
probably want to do that post like mattress side.
yeah.
I mean, if there is anything that turns
Because we all know at this point that fucked up shit seems to just bring Illyria and Nyx closer for some reason.
it's killing a parent, yeah, that seems to be like your turn on.
Oh god!
Jesus.
Oh, baby, this is
Daddy
your turn.
Featherboy, run while you still can!
Anyway,
Very specific.
are we gonna go for a watch?
Before Hamatia has one thing more to say. Hi, you two, you three. Listen, I there's something that's been on my mind for quite a while now. So I'll humbly request for you to humor me in just a moment.
Alright.
So you know how you guys have second names like Nyx Navarre or Rhea Stormlight or Lyria Feathermore, but I do not.
Right, that's not what you've grown up with, right? I mean, hags don't generally need surnames.
Yeah, we do not have surnames, but they have something we call virtue names in Fae, which bestowed upon you once you become mature. So, for example, Bella is Bella Sunbane, and my sister Ophalia is Ophalia Wormwiggle, and I'm just plain Hamatia. So, thing is, I never really felt worthy to bear any sort of virtue name. That sounded dumb. What virtue do I have? But, well, facing them as just Hamatia, it feels wrong. It feels like just standing there with the old me, and all of you changed me quite a bit, and slaying your cousin at table is so hard. I'll speak plainly. See you as family, and as my family, I would like you to give me a virtue name.
Oh, that's easy.
Soul flies up, lands on Hamardia's head, kind of like at the forehead, and like starts pulling at some hairs, and then shouts in your head, Hamardia.
Hamardia, the mighty steed of Soul! Ah!
You see Hamatia wince in embarrassment for a brief moment.
You have no idea what's happening. You could just see Soul like pulling on some of Hamardia's hairs.
Well, you do talk to your familiar, do you not? I mean, we had a point in time where you identified that you were not alone. You were with a friend all along. So, if it was anything that I can think of, it would be something to do with your relationship with Soul and how you whisper to him.
Yeah, that's good. It's really good that I'm not really close on the name yet. Do you have?
Why not just put those two together? Soul Whisper.
Oh, but it's a soul whisper, like a soul, not soul. Or is it soul with S-O-L or S-O-U-L?
I mean, you kind of brought it on the spot here. I'm just like putting it together on what I see. You're not like someone that deals with fire. You're not someone that deals with.
I mean, what about something like, I don't know, Beast Caller or Sunseeker?
Soul Seeker?
Soul Seeker?
Soul Seeker is good. Oh, wow. I think I'll go with... I mean, you have to decide. It's not mine to decide. It's yours. But that's the point of it. Something that someone else sees as a virtue in you. I can't name myself.
And why do you... It's because you don't want to challenge your family without this name?
More than that, I wish to be more than just the Hamatia that was. I wish to be the Hamatia that will be. The Hamatia that will be tomorrow. You know, I just feel like it's right to be there and have that name. And perhaps it would be a good way to put that behind me. Or perhaps to taunt them with it. To say, ha! I didn't need you. You're no family of mine. They are. They gave me a name. They gave me love. Maybe that's what I want. I don't know. I just want it.
Well, we, as a group, we intend to bring this land back to a time before the curse. And you have mentioned that you would love to see the sun.
Indeed.
So, it's not a name per se, but it's certainly appropriate to call you Amatia Sunbringer.
That's a beautiful name, Nix.
I like it.
I don't know if I have anything to say on this, but I concur.
Of course you do. You're part of the group now.
Yes.
You're part of the family.
That
And there are times
That
you
means a
certainly
lot.
brighten up our lives, Amatia.
Thank you. It's so pleasant to hear that. Oh. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna cry.
It's
And so you,
it's a
You
little
are
bit it's a little bit I would have wished for a little bit stronger, like warrior name, but I guess it kind of suits you well.
Please.
Soul is just like, needs more blood.
And you hear that out
And
loud.
murder.
The second alternative I wanted to give you was Amartya Skull Splitter.
I don't think that fits me. I've never seen a skull before.
No, okay, fine.
That's it then.
I might be projecting.
And I will gladly accept that name. Amartya Sunbringer.
Then
Really like it.
it's an honor, Amartya Sunbringer. And she has like this big smile on her face.
Thank you. It's pleasure. More than anything to be with you.
let's see if you can, well, let's hope we'll make it happen.
Well, now it's a promise. I can't go around with a name fucking Sunbringer and not bring the sun with me, can I? Now I have to do this.
Well, we're gonna bring the sun to all of Barovia.
I want to see that too.
You will.
Alright then, early night.
Adequate watches.
I will take
Meulen.
the first.
Soul, you need to patrol all night.
Yes, sirree! It's my time to shine.
If
I can
you...
take-
Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
If you smell anything similar, bring it to me. Come to me, wake me up, and we'll kill it together.
Could I be then Soul, the Deathbringer / Moonbringer? I need to work on the title.
You'll be Soul, Death Charger of Doom.
Yes. Yes, and then I shall write it in blood. And there we go. Make it all official.
Soul Harbinger.
Can Soul write? I need to know, can
Soul
Soul
collector.
even write?
Soul collector.
We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
Oh god.
Don't call it
Arius takes the first watch, and he's gonna sit down and make a secret perception check. All right. Then I think, yeah. I think Julie has something here.
Julie, what do you have here?
What the Sorry. So, Illyria is going to find Nyx's tent and kind of, quietly, kind of like, head inside and kind of gently like try and get his attention.
That kind of attention,
It doesn't take much. Nyx is kind of a little on edge, but it doesn't take much to rouse him. And he goes, "Oh,
Hi.
it's
Would you mind if I spent the night with you? I'm so cold."
Sure. I mean, get closer. I mean, I'm pretty cold myself too.
Thank you. And she gets closer.
Okay, Nick sort of like holds her in like the crook of his arm, like holding her close, like taking her for a word that she's cold, and she probably is cold. But, yeah.
She's like very like maybe even uncharacteristically very uncharacteristically like straightforward, and she just kind of like gets even closer, kind of like, I'm sure you can warm me up some more, can't you?
Oh, Jesus.
To be fair, Nyx is a little shocked by it, but very quickly sort of like,
Please. And kind of like her hands start wandering a little.
it doesn't take Nyx to be asked twice. Like he's like totally down to clown.
Okay.
It's like he's like, oh, right. Well, feel free to explore.
Some fade to black things happen. Make me an empathy composure.
Who?
Nyx.
Oh.
Make a sex.
No.
After a while, after some, light pre-work, you slowly start to get a sneaking sensation that this is not very Illyria-like.
Yeah, I mean, given how he knows Illyria being Okay, is there some activities here that are surprising that Illyria would know?
Oh, yes. More
So-
forward, also not as shy.
And she
That,
just
mm-hmm.
kind of, is kind of doing a thing, and she looks up at you and kind of like very, very seductively and says, "The stand here is so delicious. It's a shame you have such a protective daddy."
Nick sort of like slips like backward, like into the back of the tent, like from underneath Hamatia, or not Hamatia, about
What?
quote unquote Illyria at this point, and says, "That was quite the cheap trick, but I know even Illyria isn't as good as that."
The face of Illyria giggles as she relaxes, and her 2 feet like come to play in the air by being crossed, going back and forth.
Well, if I'm so good, why don't you continue?
There was a time when I would have gladly, and he cocks his head, and given how Hamatia had mentioned before about, looking for mannerisms and like the fragrance and such, is there anything that tingles his senses as they're heightened at this point?
There's a heavy, flowery scent in the air, and there were no space for tents inside of the Bear's Hollow. Yet you're inside of one.
Oh god, I'm dreaming.
There's not even the sound of rain.
I look around and like, is it familiar? Is it something that I've seen before? Is it my tent?
It's not your tent. It's a very nondescript scent, in a sense. Very much blurred in some sense. What is stark though is the very like dreamy atmosphere, right? There's like almost like there's like firelights dancing outside of the tent, and it's strangely lit from within, so you can see each other clearly with color, but it's like moody lighting. Almost like there were candles around, but you can't see any.
I attempt to touch the soul energy in my soul mark to attempt to cast a spell.
You have a tattoo. It just doesn't activate.
He like makes some hand gestures as if he expects it to fire, and he stops halfway through, realizing nothing's happening, and he looks around, slightly panicked.
Having fun? You're in my world now. I'm sorry, that's not allowed.
Is this how you got Kelvin?
I'm not really sure. That wasn't me. That was Mom. You have to ask her. But
I pick up a shoe and throw it at her.
it kind of stops in the air, like centimeters away from her form, and kind of dances around a little bit and then drops to the ground. Oh, don't be like that. Can we not talk about the dead and more talk about what makes us alive?
Nothing I want to say to you. I'm not here.
But don't
I'm
you
sleeping.
enjoy this one's body? It wouldn't be fun to have it with some more experience.
I'm gonna kill the bitch.
Yeah, you are. I told you guys.
Nyx looks at this quote-unquote Illyria. It's not about how she looks. It's about who she is. Something that you will never understand with your twisted ways.
Oh, don't be so mean. I can be good. Tell me how she acts, and I'm sure I can emulate it. Let's roleplay.
Ha! If only that could be the case, because I don't think you know. How could you? You won't know what to say or do, or even how to interpret how I teach you, because one has to know love before that is possible. And I highly doubt you've had any of that your whole life.
Tsk, tsk. Love. It's a little bit overrated, don't you think? We're talking about the flesh here. And what it wants. You were certainly excited just a moment ago.
I'm a Vistani, or at least I was.
Yeah, I thought you guys were supposed to be fun. I haven't been allowed to touch you, but you don't seem to be one, really. Not anymore.
I'm not going to give you what you're wanting.
You're no fun. You should have just let back and let it happen. I am an excellent lover, I shall have you know. I was giving you a gift, really.
Nyx, squints his eyes at her.
Alright.
It-
Let's go for stage 2, prematurely. I don't like how they come too early, but it seems it's a world record. You're pulled from the scene inside of that gloomy tent, and you're suspended in a dark void with absolutely nothing around, and an eternity seemingly waiting for you. Alright, let's go back to camp. Woo! Hamardia. You're awoken by Arius for your the next watch. He gently nudges you and brings you back to reality with this low gruff voice. I think it's time for your watch, Hamardia. It seems calm for me.
Yes, you may go to sleep, yes. Sleep well. Cover your strength.
You hear that the rain has stopped, and you exit a tent, and you're still a little bit groggy and sleeping. Wait, did I set up a tent? In front of you, there's a campfire as well. You wonder yourself, did Iria start a campfire? That's very nice of him. But sitting in that glow is a figure you quickly recognizes as your mother.
Of course.
Morgantha the Elder, in her youthful form, covered by a brown traveling cloak. She gives you an inviting smile, slides to the side of the log that she's on, and gently pats it, inviting you to sit down. She holds 2 mugs full of a hot brew and she sets down one of them down on the ground in front of that empty space on the log, and then sips calmly her own. Iria says, well, yes, it's your time for the watch. I will leave you to it. I think you two needs to have a talk, so good night.
Good night, Arius. You have a fun time.
And Arius goes back into his tent and disappears.
Martia immediately gives her mother the finger and says,
Listen, if you wish to torture me, you can just do it. We've been for this again and again and again and again and again. You think this is going to spook me? What am I, 13? Come on, you can do better than that. Nah, I want you to do your worst. Come on.
Oh, come now. Am I trying to spook you? Is this looking spooky? We're sitting down by the fire to have a talk, daughter to mother. I brought you something warm to drink. There's nothing in it. I give you the promise of my life.
That's the weird thing. I could have sworn that
Martia picks up the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Is it dry or...
It's dry.
I could have sworn there was rain just a second ago, and look at this death.
Yeah, the weather is currently horrible. I have quite noticed. I just didn't want that to intrude on our most precious time. Now, sit down, dear.
Okay, I will sit down. After all, it's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway, considering you're controlling everything right now. Mother, how can I help you?
All I want is to talk. So, please.
Martia is going to sit down.
And Morgantha stares into the fire and sips her brew, letting a little bit of a pause stir before she would eventually start speaking of whatever is on her mind. And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode of Curse of Mother Misery. Woo!
Oh, we just get duped by the old hag blunder.
What the fuck did you have me do?
It was so funny. So funny. I had to control my face so much. Oh, it's so good.
You're so cold.
Look, I'm sorry, but let's be real, she probably wouldn't do a very good Illyria impression.
No,